to Prosperous Living with T. Prosperous Living with Toya. I am streaming on both platforms, YouTube, TikTok. TikTok, we have the panel. So if you want to come up, let's talk about manifesting. You can go over to Prosperous Living with _T. You can run over to YouTube, hit the like button. That helps the sister out on YouTube. Remember to like and share and double tap that screen. Over here on TikTok, and like and share, comment on YouTube. Share the life, like the life. So we talk about manifesting. The 4 steps to manifesting is something that you naturally do. This is effortless. You're always doing it. You don't have to figure out how to manifest. You just have to decide what to consciously, because you've been doing it unconsciously. Whether you know you're doing it, whether you don't know what you're doing, you're always manifesting. You're always bringing forth the unseen to the seen. You create your circumstances, your situations, the events of your life through your thought, through your word, through your beliefs. And what is a belief? Just a thought you continue to think, right? If you want to change beliefs, you have to what? Change the way you think. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he, or so is she. So it's what you think about, you bring about. Mark 11:24. Therefore I say to you, whatever you desire. That's number 1, decide. When you pray, that's number 2, acknowledge. Believe you have received. That's step 3. You must accept it. And then step 4, and you shall have it. Just receive it. Just allow it. Decide, acknowledge, accept, allow. Decide, acknowledge, believe, receive. Same thing. Desire, recognition, acceptance, allowance. Same thing. What you have to realize is that you don't have to do anything to make it so. Why? Because it's already so. It's already done. Creation is finished. This is where faith comes in. Because faith is the evidence of not being able to see it, not knowing the how. The how was never your work. It was never up to you. The only thing you're responsible for is believing and receiving. You're told to seek ye first the kingdom of your good, and then all the things get added to you. That's your job. Seek the kingdom. What's the kingdom? Peace, love, harmony, joy, compassion, health, wealth, success, persistence, consistency, trust, loyalty, faith. That's your job. Getting in the state of already having it. Not waiting to get the thing, but knowing you already have the thing. Because your Father already knows what you need. And who is your Father? Your awareness, consciousness, the I am. Welcome all to the live. Double tap the screen, share the live, comment below. Welcome. Hello, how are you? So I'm streaming on both platforms, YouTube and TikTok. YouTube is Prosperous Living with Toya. TikTok is Prosperous Living with _T. I'm your prosperous living coach. I'm coaching you through your way to happiness, to joy, to peace, to love. All these things are innate within you. It's not something you have to earn. It is, what does the script say? It is by grace that you have these things. It is freely given to you. Grace is what? A gift. Gift is not something you earn. It's something that is freely given to you. So yes, religion will have you think you have to earn God's blessing. You have to prove, you have to be tested by God before you get a thing. No. The only requirement, says the script, is faith. It's your belief, your acceptance of a thing. The acceptance of the end, the acceptance of the desire wills the means to the desire. So the way will be shown to you. It's already done. You're just supposed to just chill and just settle down. That's all you have to do. Just chill, relax, have faith, trust, know, be still, stop tripping. Hey, Key, welcome. Hello, Andrea, welcome. Hello, I have. Welcome. How's everyone this wonderful Wednesday, Manifesting Wednesday? 4 steps to manifesting: decide, acknowledge, believe, receive. I had thank you at first, but thank you. I don't want us to feel like we have to honor something outside of ourselves. So I changed thank you to acknowledge, because those of you that are students of Neville Goddard, he defines prayer for us, right? He says it's about recognition. It's about acknowledging what already is, right? And so you can say acknowledgement is a thank you, but it's not necessary. Acknowledgement is recognition. If you're going to thank anyone, thank yourself. Thank yourself for believing in you. Thank yourself for remaining faithful to you. Thank yourself for persisting. Thank yourself for being consistent. Thank yourself for allowing yourself the expansion to even believe that you can have the thing that you're asking for, even though you have absolutely no way of how you're going to get it. Hello. How are you? Welcome back. Yes, Ray all day. Yes, beautiful. Double tap the screen, share the live, like the live, comment. And if you're into those daily heart me's, get your daily heart me's on TikTok. Hello, welcome everyone. YouTube fam, TikTok fam, Prosperous Living fam. We're here about actualizing the prosper. Oh my goodness, I did not need to do that.
What's up? How are you?
Oh, how do I come out of this? I don't want to do any battles. Can you drop? That's not what this live is about. This battle, that's not what this battle. That's not what this live is about. I'm gonna have to close the live, guys. I don't even know how to get him off the screen. Can you drop? Can you drop? Can you drop, please?
No drop.
Well, I'll end the live. I'll come back, guys. I end the live on TikTok because I'm not trying to battle. He didn't want to drop, so whatever. Lord, these folks with all this battling. He's talking about no drop. What? Just drop. I did not know how to get them off my screen. Ugh. So I'm back on TikTok, guys. Sorry about that. I gotta figure out how to way not to even have those things. Right? The dude didn't even want to drop. Like no drop. What? Then I'll just end the live. No big deal. Ridiculous. I wish there was a way to block people that try to come and battle you. Is there a way to even do that? To block people from trying to battle? Don't nobody want to battle? Nobody has time for that. Like, what are we doing? Hey, Mia. Welcome. Oh, crazy. I know, Lord. Love and abundance. Hey, Master Yi. Welcome. So we are the creators of our own experience. We are the gods that took form and decided to experience what we call this third dimension. And God doesn't mean that you're a lord of anyone else other than your own mind. You are the lord of your own mind. You are the lord of your own kingdom, your own awareness. Now, some people do try to lord over others, and some people love to be lorded over. Don't get it twisted. People like kings, people like leaders, people like pastors and presidents, people like somebody being over them. Don't get it twisted. People like it. That's why we have people don't like that responsibility. They like having someone to blame when ish go left. When stuff don't go right, they like to look and see who they can point the finger at, and they refuse to look at the man in the mirror. So it's a reason why we have kings, we have royalty, nobility, why we have presidents and leaders and bishops and pastors and all of these people with all these titles. There's a reason why people have managers and all of this. It's a reason, because people don't want to be responsible for their life. Thank you. There's a reason. You have to decide what side of the aisle you fall on. What side of the aisle? Do you want to lead or you want to be led? Hey, Bonsai, welcome. Hey, Cheryl, welcome. I know, right? I know I accidentally hit the wrong thing. I wish it was a way I could block people from coming in trying to battle. You get those a lot, and you have to decline. I just wish it was a way that it wouldn't even come through. Block all people that want to come and battle. I don't have time for that. But I hit accept instead of hitting decline. So I had to take my own advice. Remember, I made a video about no rush. You don't have to rush to do anything. Take your time. Easy does it. That's what I got to do when those requests pop up. Take my time. Pay attention to what I'm doing. And hit decline. Hit no. And as I was saying, manifesting Wednesdays, manifest is something you always do. It's not something you have to learn how to do. You just have to decide what you want. This is what we said Saturday. Decide the what. Not the how, not the when, not even a why. You don't even need a reason. The reason that we're here, because you feel like it, because you can. That is the only reason you'll ever need. So then you don't need one. You need no explanation, no justification. Just, I see it, I want it, I have it. I see it, I want it, and I have it. I see it, I want it, and I have it. Right? And the best part about this is you don't have to manipulate anyone. You don't have to coerce anyone. You don't have to control anyone. All you have to do is decree and declare, and then people will willingly come show up. They will think it was their idea when you will know it all streamed from your own consciousness. But people will think they thought of it. They will think, oh my goodness, I don't know. I just want to help you so much. I just want to give you this. I just want to appreciate you. I just want to do these things for you. People won't even know why they are showing up, but you'll know. You'll know why they are there. And you didn't have to knock on their door. You didn't have to do no persuasion, convincing. You didn't have to use flowery words. You didn't have to gaslight nobody. You didn't have to gas anybody up. And that's something I learned, guys. That was a lesson I learned. I learned this lesson last year, early last year, about somebody trying to come and gas you up and build you up to make you feel like you're something more than you. I got caught up in that. But I'm glad that I became aware of that. And I decided to block the person. I'm going to be true. I'm going to be full transparency here. I decided to block the person because I felt like they were starting it up again and they were starting to DM me. And I could have ignored the DMs. I could have deleted the DMs, but I didn't want to do all that. I just decided I'm just going to block them. So they know that I know that they know that I know. I don't get time for that no more. We're not doing that no more. So I blocked them. Now, when I did my email list, which it wasn't, when those who downloaded my free ebooks, Gumroad keeps you on an email list. So when I uploaded new books to Gumroad, they ask you, do you want to send this new ebook out to those who have downloaded your materials before? And I was like, yes. And so the person ended up getting the new email, and they emailed me. I didn't even respond. They were like, oh, I see that you blocked me. I see that you did it. I'm like, delete. Because I owe, no explanation. But I realized that whole interaction is something I created. I take full accountability. I created it. And what I came to learn, what it helped me remember is that I don't need to believe in others. I only need to believe in me. I don't need to believe in another person's story. I only need to believe in my story. Because when I started to question the story that they were telling, they tried to make it seem like I was trying to do something to them because I wanted proof of what they were saying. Because my thing was, you're saying some very outlandish things that are very provable. Very provable. And if it's true, you shouldn't have a problem asking for proof. I mean, you can't want to try to tell me that my what I'm telling to you was magic. It's not mine. This doesn't belong to me. Everyone is magical. I don't need you gassing me up talking about how, oh, this is Miss Toya's magic. This is magic. No, boo. This is everybody's. This is everybody's. This does not belong to me. I don't need you gassing me up. Because if what you're saying is true, because I was like, because a lot of the stuff that they were saying, I knew it wasn't true, but it never called them out on it. I knew it wasn't true because, first of all, I watch football, right? I watch football. So me watching football, had a nephew that played football, have neighbors that play football, but you want me to believe you still playing football in February as a sophomore in high school, as a junior in high school, and you want me to believe you still playing football in California for a high school in February? And then telling me you getting NIL contracts in high school? But I was just supposed to play the game. I wasn't supposed to question it. I was just supposed to believe everything they were saying, go with the dog and pony show, believe everything and not question it. Too old for that. I gotta play the reindeer games. Like, what? And they were starting to start it up again with the, oh, he's telling everybody he's in school and he's not, doing his work and he's helping everybody. He's standing up to 3, 2. I don't even know if these people were real. Never saw a face, only heard a voice. I had no idea if and again, like I said, I know I created it and what I learned from it. Because this is part of manifesting too, right? This is part of manifesting too. What I learned from it is that I never have to buy into another person's story. And when you try to add me to your equation, that's when I got to step out. Because I have nothing to do with your manifestations. Absolutely none. Your manifestations is your manifestations. You should take full accountability for your manifestations. You should take full ownership for the things you bring into your experience. That's why when people come and try to say, oh, Toya didn't do anything. I'm just sharing with the information that's been out here since time millennia. Since man has walked the earth, this has been the law. That all is mind, that the world is mental, that things proceed from thought. I had to come up with this. I don't know, Key. I don't know. Like I said, I think that I can only say I manifested it And what it was showing me is that what I got out of the interaction is that it's not required that I believe in anyone but myself. And it was like trying to get me to believe them, believe them, believe them. Oh, we believed you. We believed you. We believed everything you said. We trusted you. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Why are you trying to act like I did something to you? Or I got something from you or that, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's going on? So I was like, and now they trying to gas me up. And so I was like, I had to check myself and be like I told you guys, it was another creator on here, content creator on here, who said that her belief in herself did not come from compliments, right? I think Mia had said, I forgot exactly how she said it, but her confidence did not come from compliments, right? And that's something I hated. Like my whether you agree with me or not, I know that is real. I know that is true. Hey, Tamvi. Grand Rising. Hey, Kev. Hey. I don't know about all that. I don't know about what they talking about. Yes. But yeah. And so I just decided to, I decided to share that with you guys to let you know, that, we do create things that we feel like is the unwanted, but it's not the unwanted. It's to bring clarity. It's to bring more awareness and for you to understand that this life is not about anyone else but you, right? This life isn't about this, not required that you believe in others. Because remember, there is no other, right? Right? There is no other. There is no other. And I know there's no morality clause, there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, but I don't want to gain from manipulation. That's just a me thing. I don't want to gain from that. I don't, that's not how, I don't want to make people believe something that I don't believe in or try to convince somebody of something that I'm not too sure of or don't know if it's true or, it's unnecessary. I don't have to, that's not how I roll in life. I'm not saying that other people shouldn't or don't or whatever. None of my business how somebody else decides to utilize this truth. I'm just saying how I'm going to rock with it, how I'm going to disseminate it, how I'm going to utilize it. Yes, Ray all day. Hey. Welcome. Welcome. So manifesting, and then we can always rewrite, right? We can be revisionists, right? We can revise stories, right? And anytime we have the ability, you have the choice to revise or not, right? Any situation, any outcome, any interaction that you just don't like, you get to revise it. You get to change the story, change the narrative. And it's the same steps here. Decide, acknowledge, believe, receive. It's the same steps. The steps are always the same. They never change. Regardless if you're starting from scratch or you're revising a situation. You're deciding to revise it. You're going to acknowledge what it is that you want. You're going to believe you already have it, and then you're going to allow it to show up. Okay, no problem. No problem, Mia. Absolutely. You can write it out. Absolutely. Remember, there are no rules to this game. There are no rules. No rules. You know, it's just when people try to say, well, when you write it out, that makes it stronger. Okay, if you think that writing it out makes it more powerful, there are plenty of people that have manifested and never wrote a damn thing down and have gotten amazing, mind-blowing manifestations with never putting an ink pen and getting out a white piece of paper and writing it down. You write it down if you feel it helps you. Remember, there are no laws to this. You are the lawgiver. You are the lawmaker in your reality. You are the king sitting on the throne. You get to dictate reality. If you feel like writing it out soothes you, calms you, rejuvenates you, inspires you, motivates you, do it. Hey, Dorier, how are you?
Good day. Thanks for the book on Gumroad.
Oh, you're welcome. How have you been?
I'm doing excellent. I go to Chicago Lighthouse for the where they do visually impaired and the blind, and they've been around before I even was here.
Okay.
So they have a grant where they do internship. That's like 200 hours, but it's extra money. So I went on an interview yesterday, and when the lady asked me a little bit about myself, and I told her, and when I finished, she was like, "Damn, that was good."
All right, you ate with that, huh?
And so then Martha, the one that's over everybody, so I went back and I saw my caseworker upstairs, and Martha walked with me. So the caseworker said, "How did you do, Dory?" I said, "Oh, I did awesome." I said, "Yeah." He said, "So what's the next step?" I said, "Oh, they're gonna be calling me. I gotta take a background and a drug test." She said, "Well, wait a minute, Doria, you kind of jumping the gun, ain't you? You first they got to make you an offer first, and then that comes afterwards. You haven't even been made an offer." I said, "Yeah, I'm good." I said, "You have what you say you have every time you say you have it." I'm like, "I got this." And I got an offer yesterday.
Look at that. Let's go.
Now my friend that's blind, she goes there. So she saw Martha. She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I see your friend was here, Sandra." And she said, "Yeah, she was." She said, "Yeah, she seems pretty extremely confident." Like she told me I was seeming extremely confident and kind of like, but I always speak like that. And
yes. It's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to always speak, because I'm like, I already know how it go. I've been following you for a while, and I know my words are very powerful, and I can get anything I want. I just have to it all starts with the mind. And then all I have to do is just tell myself I got it. So she probably was like, wait a minute. They haven't even made you the offer. I didn't jump to the fingerprints and the drug test, but I guess that's just my mentality, because everything I want and I don't even have to speak it. I could just think it, and it's there. So, people can say I'm cocky or too proud or whatever, but no, it's real.
It's real.
This is really, really real.
It is.
And it all just decides just what you speak out of your mouth. And what I'm realizing is that, everybody got a story to tell, okay? And I have empathy and patience, but when I see my associates draining me, they come, with the Debbie Downer. I can't tolerate that anymore. It's like I can't, that energy around people. So if you're not smiling and everything is wonderful, everything is beautiful. And I know we all have tough times, but it just seems like that my patience is not good with that negative energy anymore. That's all that come around. So I'm kind of, like when I'm on the phone with my friend and they telling their story, and by the time I get out the phone, I'll be like, "Whoa, I'm glad that call is over with." I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't sit there and listen to you just complain all day long. But I guess I'm just growing up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for all you do. I appreciate you and the family.
Thank
And
you.
I'm doing
What books did you get? Did you get them?
Yeah, I got
Oh, you went out. You went out. Maybe she got a phone call. Hello?
No,
Did you get a phone call?
No, I was trying to read Gumroad while I was talking to you.
Oh.
To tell you the book that I have. So I had brought all three of them, earlier. But what book did you send us? That they asked that was.
Oh, I got 3 more books. They're for children, but they're directed towards children, but it's of course for all ages. It's called A Recipe for the Radiant Life, The Recipe for a Wonderful Life, and then The Art of Revision, Grandpa Alex secret recipe or secret ingredient rather.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I got that.
They're like short stories, but they're based off my book, The Recipe for Life. The four steps here. They're based off that, and they're for children.
Okay, so I have to check because I brought all 3 of your books, at the beginning, and so I was on Gumroad, did with all your books, so I have to probably see. They probably farther down in Gumroad because my Gumroad is so filled up.
Oh, is it?
It's like so. I got so many jams and stuff. So
yeah.
And another thing too that's been really helping me is that I've been kind of fasting. I was like, okay, it's time for me to I'm cleaning my liver, as they say, and my detoxing. So what I've been doing this is like the 4th week is doing like celery juice, cucumber juice, carrot juice, apple juice. So I chew nothing. I'm just drinking liquids. And like, I was having, I got a torn meniscus in my left knee. And so I was feeling like pain in my left knee. And I remember my sister was telling me, anytime you feel pain, it's because inflammation. And since I've been fasting, all of that pain has subsided. I mean, I'm doing so good.
Beautiful.
As far as detoxing myself and clearing my head. So next Tuesday, I'll be starting back to, kind of, eating slowly and stuff. But I'm really, really doing good with that. And I know it's not difficult. So I'm not going to say it's not difficult for me, but it takes a lot of discipline. Put it that way.
It takes decision.
Right. But I really like that juice, and I really love that celery juice that tastes good, and carrot juice. Oh my God! And beet juice. I love beet juice. I love carrot juice. I said, you know what? I can live like this. It's really good. So I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
So thank you for listening, and thank you for
all yes. Well, thank you for sharing. We love that manifestation story. Yes, you got that intern. Go ahead, girl. That's what's up.
I know, right?
Yes. And your story encourages others to remind themselves that they get to have what they say, right? You said it was yours, and it was yours, and there was no doubt there, right? You didn't even question it. You're like, yes, the next step is to do this, and that, right? Like, that's the next step. Like, why wouldn't I be going to get the fingerprints and get the drug? Like, that's the necessary next step for accepting the position, right? Like, of course.
She said I skipped the email for the offer letter.
No, you were acting as though you already had the offer. That's how we said. That's the assumption. You went to the end. You're like, this job already mine. Yeah.
She looked at it. It was too funny. Like, wait a minute, hold up. You haven't even got the offer letter yet. You jumping the gun. Oh my God. I see why she probably was like, but I guess I didn't look at it.
But it was natural to you. It was natural to you. You was just like, this is just right. This is what Neville Goddard talk about effortlessness, right? It was effortless for you to think from that place.
Right.
There was no
And
coercion there. There was no manipulation there. It was an assumption. Your assumption, though it was false to your friend, whoever that was saying that to you, because you persisted in that belief, it had to be a fact.
no, actually, it was the lady that's the head over there at the lighthouse. She's
Oh, the
that
one that was
hired
interviewing
everybody.
you.
No, she sat in there, but these other two people were interviewing me, but she
Got
sat
you.
in there observing. But she's way up there, like higher than everybody.
Mm.
You know, she's like really, really big. So
Okay.
my talking like that, that kind of probably surprised.
Right. She's like, well, let me go ahead. Go ahead. Let me just go ahead and go ahead and do what she said. She couldn't even resist it. She couldn't even resist it.
That was really, really good. But yeah, I just sit back and I just listen and all I just say in my mind 24/7, I can't judge anybody. Don't look outside myself. So I'm constantly saying that. You know, don't judge. You can't judge nobody. Don't look outside yourself. Everything, whatever happens is you.
Yeah.
Don't go. Don't blame nothing. Don't look over there. Look within you. It's a mirror of you.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly telling myself that. I tell my friend that because she constantly complaining about her partner. I said it's not her. It's you. It starts with the mind. Change your mind, and she's gonna change. Just see what I say. You know. So I'm just trying to just make sure I just don't concentrate on me and don't blame nobody but myself for everything, anything that goes on in my life. It's me.
Yep.
Nobody else.
Beautiful.
If I can hold that thought and then don't judge, accept people as they are, no matter
Love
what.
it. Love it.
Let them be.
Let them be.
So I'm good.
Love it. Love it.
Love you and thank you for all you do, and I you.
Oh, thank you. Love you too. Oh, this is amazing. Love it. Yep. Great reminder, Dorier. Thank you for reminding us, right? Because everyone is our mirror. Everyone is our reflection, right? Reminding us of this law. We're just here reminding one another of who we are, right? There's no greater, there's no lesser. We're all just mirrors, right? We're just projections of the I am. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And you just have to decide what you want, right? She decided she wanted to do the intern with Lighthouse. So she got the intern with Lighthouse. You know how simple that is? That seemed too simple. The reasoning mind wants to question that. Like, that's not how it goes. That just sounds too easy. It is just that easy. She didn't get in her way. She didn't try to reason it away. She didn't try to explain it, didn't try to justify it. She just decided that's what she wanted. And then it became her reality. Take full ownership of your manifestations. Take full ownership of your manifestations. And then just decide what is it that you want. It's so simple. It's so easy. It's not difficult. And remember, I say it's, even though I have it broken down to 4 steps, we know it's only really one step. The only one step that ever really matters is decision. Because once you know that you truly decided to do a thing, you no longer argue with yourself. You're no longer going back and forth. You're no longer trying to give an explanation or justification. The only reason why you find explanation or need to explain yourself or justify yourself is because you're still trying to prove to yourself you deserve a thing, when deservingness has nothing to do with it. Worthiness has nothing to do with it. It's because of who you say that I am. So who do you say that I am? All right. Well, then Neville Goddard said, feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What is he telling us? Identify with being that person. That's what he means by feeling. He's not talking about your emotions. He's not talking about being happy or sad, glad or mad. He's talking about identity shift. Get the identity of the person who has it, right? Because that person, you being that person should be natural to you. It should be normal for you to have whatever you're asking for. And so if it's feeling unnormal, if you're feeling like you're not that person, This is where commune with thy own self upon thy bed and be still comes into play. Because now you got to talk to yourself. You got to remind yourself you are that girl, you are that guy. You are whoever you say that you are. Right? And really all you give yourself a pep talk, or you ask yourself the questions that Neville Goddard poses and says, well, now that I am this, how does my world look different? So you can decide how your family sees you or your friends see you. You can decide, are you living in the same city, the same state? Are you traveling more? Where do you shop? Where do you dine? Like, there has to be something in your world that shows a movement that correlates to the identity of the version of the person you say that you are, right? So what's different? Because that's the movement in mind that has to take place. This is where the rehearsing comes in. However, it should be effortless. There should be no struggle with this. There should be no pushing, no pulling, right? This is where they say you can get the opposite of what you want when you try to force a thing. It's really none of their business. It's none of their business, just like it's none of your business. And you have to ask yourself, why are you telling others about it? That they have to question, right? So if someone's like, well, how are you going to do that? Don't worry about it. It's for me to know and for you to find out. We've heard that. We heard that before, right? Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. It's for me to know and for you to find out. Just watch me, boo. Sit back and enjoy the ride. You say you get, what do you do all the time? I'm just living life. I do whatever I want to do. Like they said, it was this meme. Well, it wasn't. It was like this. I guess it was a meme. They say, "What do you do?" My best, Tom. My best. I do my best. So somebody asks you, "What do you do?" My best. Whoever. My best. I do my best. Because what can they go with that? You say that. That's all you're required to do. Your best. And your best can just be chilling like a villain. Laying like veggies. Right? You could just be laying like, because we think it's something that we have to do. But when you know you already have it, what is there to do? What is there to do? There's nothing to be done. Go your way in peace. Act like it's already yours. That's the only doing you have to do. Is in your mind. It's already done. So decide what you want. Recognize that it's already there. Accept it as true for you. Make it real. And here's the thing. The moment you decided, this is how you, because these 4 steps are really just one. Because when you have truly decided that a thing is yours, there is no more argument. But if there's still an argument, if there's some doubt, if you're wavering, if you're questioning, if you're thinking that you have to explain it, you haven't decided. That's how you know you haven't decided. Because when you know that you decided, like you've had situations in your life where you have made a decision and there was no going back. That's how you know that right? When you have this, when you decide, oh, I'm doing this, or I'm losing this weight, or I'm going to the store, I'm taking this trip, or I'm going on this date, or whatever it is that you have decided. You knew there was no going back. Then all of those things are rolled up into one. Because now you don't doubt that that is coming. You don't doubt that it's yours. Receptivity is with ease. It's automatic. The moment you decide it. People think they've decided, and then they start questioning, they start doubting, they start wavering, they start complaining, they start worrying. That's just showing you haven't decided. You don't have a made up mind. Because that's what a decision is, a made up mind. That your singleness. You're single-minded. If you're back and forth, your mind ain't made up. You tossing and turning, you wondering if it's going to happen, you wondering how it's going to happen, you wondering when it's going to happen. Your mind isn't made up. Yep. Hey, Chrissy. Yep. So that shows you where you at, right? And so you want to get to the place of decision. And that part, it should not be work though. Effortlessness. So that's why a lot of times people will tell you, if it's something that you're saying, oh, it's too big, I don't know how, I don't know when, oh my goodness, this just, my body doesn't feel good about it, then let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. No force. It should be effortless. No pushing, no pulling, no strain, no struggle. Just gently be like, okay, I wonder what would it be like? What would I be doing? What would I be saying? What actually would be different? And then let the thought come up. Don't try to force the answer. Let it come up. Like, ask yourself the question and don't expect the answer to come like in the next 5 seconds. The answer may come up in a dream. It may come through you watching TV, on social media, walking, driving. It may come in another week. But let the answer come. Don't try to force the answer. It's no different than how the manifestation, because here's the thing, your question and your desire, the answer comes in the same way when you least expect it. But it always comes. People try to force answers. And they try to force themselves to visualize it. And they were like, I've been imagining it. But it still hasn't come yet. I still don't feel good about it. I'm still wondering how. I'm still looking for the when. I'm still looking for the how. That's because you're trying to force it. That's unnatural. You're still trying to make it so. You thinking your imagining makes it so. No, your assumption of it makes it so. The moment you assume that it was yours, whether you could imagine it or not. Whether you can see it in your mind's eye does not determine whether you get a thing or not. It's your assumption. It's your decision that is yours, made it yours. Regardless if you wrote it out, regardless if you put it on a vision board, regardless if you did a 369, regardless of whatever technique you think you're, because deciding is not a technique. It's a way of life. You're always choosing. Always. Your whole life is nothing but a sum total of choices that you've made, correct? Whether you are aware that you were choosing or not, whether you were consciously choosing or unconsciously choosing. Let the vision come. Not try to make the vision. Let it be. Let it be. And it was. God didn't say, I have to see what a sun looks like before the sun or the star. Let me imagine the stars first. Let me imagine a body of water. No, God decided that there was going to be bodies of water. There would be a firmament, and there would be waters above and waters below. There would be a sun to light. There would be a sun to light the sky. All right. There would be trees and grass. Didn't have to imagine it. Just decided that it was, and it was. Hey, Kevin. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to everyone on the live. I try to live, my life according to the way that I teach and the way that I speak. And, there's a cliche that says charity starts at home. So, meaning it starts with self, but I'm using it in a different way right now.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest son, I've been talking to him about manifesting and how we organically, involuntarily manifest, and making him aware not only that he does manifest, but what he manifesting so he can manifest what he wants on purpose. So I said, you don't have to try it out with something big. You can start small, something, seemingly insignificant to others, but significant to you. So he said, okay, Dad, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. I said, okay. So he told me yesterday morning, he had to get a rental car because he having some work done on his car. So he had to catch an Uber to where the rental place is. And he said he decided to try manifesting on purpose. So he had the money to pay for the Uber, but he didn't want to pay for the Uber. He wanted to manifest it. So he made up in his mind, made the decision, and ordered the Uber and came, picked him up, and took him to the rental place. And then when he got to the rental place, he was trying to make the payment, and it wouldn't go through. Like there was a glitch or something wrong with the system. So the driver said, this ride is on us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Nice.
And he said, it works.
Yes.
So that was the first one that day. There was one really big one. He had an issue with the vehicle, and he needed some major work done onto it, like the axle, control arm, suspension and strut, some real issues. So they called him to go over the estimate, and it was, it's an SUV. So if you're not familiar with those, they can be a little expensive to repair. And the guy manager was telling him, it's going to be close to $4,000 to fix.
Mm.
Now I know my son. I think he still has the first dollar he ever made.
Mm.
He don't spend no money.
That's funny.
To the point, I think when he was about 15 or 16, he was in school and he was working 2 jobs. And I was like, nobody's pressuring you for money. You stay here free, you eat here free, whatever. You don't have any bills. Why are you working 2 jobs? And he was like, that's what I want to do. And I said, okay, I left it alone. We would go to the movies and I would buy a ticket and he would turn to me and he's like, where my ticket? I said, oh, let me move out the way so you can pay for your ticket. I'm sorry if I'm blocking your way. That's just how he is. He's really tight with his money. And he makes, he's 24. He makes over $100K a year at his job. So he has money,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he didn't want to pay for the expense. And he said, well, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the Uber situation that I'm going to do with the car. And he called to see if it would cover by his insurance carrier. And he put in the claim. And they said, yeah, we'll take care of all the expense for the repairs. You just pay your, deductible, $500 deductible, and we'll take care of it.
Nice.
So what I wanted to say to everyone, when the universe does something, you don't need to know the how part. You need to trust that the how is already taken care of, especially when you're living in the end result.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the how has already been worked out.
Yes.
And it reveals itself as a coincidence, as maybe an accident or luck. But there's no such thing. It's you. If you buy into there with luck or coincidence, you're denying your power. And you don't want to do that to yourself. You want to walk in your power, lean into your power, and understand that you are the God of your universe.
Yes.
So everybody that's listening, try it out. It could be on something small. It don't have to be money that you want. It could be anything. And just try it out. And as the script says, prove me. Prove me, says the Lord. See if I will not pour you out a blessing you don't have room to receive. So I land my plane.
Ooh, beautiful. Yep, it happens in a natural way. And right, sometimes you say, well, that would have happened anyway, or or that wasn't, you didn't do anything, try to explain away, but you have to understand that you're the cause, regardless of how natural the occurrences seem to be. You have to take accountability that you were the cause and that everything comes through you. Love it. Hey, Latoxic, how are you?
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry. I don't know. I lost track of time. I was doing AI stuff.
That's okay. You're here.
I had something this is a small thing to share, but long story short, I was working on this project for a client a few months ago. And I was creating I was creating canvases, which are basically like Google Docs, docs and like whatever. They're like docs. And anyway, I was doing for a client and the project closed out and everything was fine. And then I forgot to snapshot them or whatever, or document them or keep track of them because I wanted them for my portfolio. And this is months later now that I'm realizing this, right? So I was thinking to myself, I would really like to get access to those docs again, you know, but, you know, I didn't want to bother the client about it. It wasn't like a big deal. Because I'm like, why would I need access to it? So it was like a weird thing to ask. Because this technically you're not supposed to get access to this stuff. So anyway, earlier this week on Monday, the client reaches out to me. She's like, hey, I'm having trouble with these images. They're not showing correctly on this thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I'm looking into it, whatever. And so I got access to all the documents again. So I'm like investigating it, and I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. And then she messaged me back, and she's like, actually, you know what? Never mind. Everything was fine. Everything works perfectly. I don't know what's going on. She's like, I don't know why it was happening, but everything
just so you can get what you needed, right?
Literally. She was like, yeah, everything is great. And I was like, I just double checked with her today. And I was just like, hey, just double checking. Like, are you know, did you check with your team? Like, is everything good? She's like, yeah, everything's perfect. Everything's great. And I just thought it was so funny because I literally had that thought like last week.
And you just let it go. Let it
literally,
go.
I just didn't even worry about it. I was
Don't
like,
even,
whatever.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's not required to do anything extra. The others, if you do anything extra, you should do it out of fun. Or if you're deciding to imagine, if you're deciding to write it, if you're deciding to do vision boards, if you're deciding to do any technique, it should be simply because it's fun to do, not because you think that's making a thing happen. Go ahead, Latoxic.
Period. No, nothing else than you said. It was just a cool experience. I wasn't even trying to manifest it. It just came to me. And like, there was no need for her to come back to me. The project was over. Like, I deal with a lot of like one-off clients. So, you know, I was like thinking to myself, well, you know, and it's like, it was like a series of like 10 different like canvases. So it was, you know, it wasn't a small amount of work, but I wanted it just in case, you know, as I wanted to like, you know, keep doing business stuff.
Yes.
You know, just was like, I really would like to have access to it. And all of a sudden, there it was. I didn't have to even ask. It just was.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. And this is something that we have to ask ourselves, right? What do we expect? Do you ask yourself, what do you expect? Do you expect for it to happen? Or are you on pins and needles and pins? A happy person's a person that grins. Or are you expecting like what do you expect? That's a great question to ask yourself, because guess what? You get what you expect. So what is it that you expect? Do you expect for everything to work out for you? Do you have joyous expectation of the good? Do you? Do you really expect things to work out for you? Or are you bracing yourself and trying to hope that nothing goes wrong? Because that's not the same. Hoping that nothing goes wrong and expecting the best, because you get what you expect. So everything you do, you should expect nothing but the best. Nothing less than the best will do. I gotta have all your love. 99 and a half won't do. I gotta have all right. 99 and a half, that won't even do. And some people would gladly accept 99 and a half. People would accept it's close enough. Something better than nothing. We've been trying to think that way too, right? We've been trying to compromise because, you know, almost is good enough. Close enough is good enough. But why are you taking less than what you've asked for? It should be this or more, not this or something close to it. Right? Like, when you decide that you want things in life, right? Like you desiring marriage, or you're, you want a specific kind of car because it's been the car that you, unless you're upgrading, right? Why would you be like, well, I really want this, but I'll take a beater with a heater? Because now you're trying to limit God, because in your reasoning mind, I can't afford what I really want, but I'll take what I can afford. And that's not how we're supposed to operate. We're not supposed to operate by what we can afford. We're supposed to operate by what we desire, what the best. That part. Thanks, Kev. God does not do horseshoes. Mia said, that's a good question. We were taught desire was wrong. Go ahead, Kev.
I invited him back up.
Oh, okay.
I invited him back up because,
But he has to accept it. He just can't pop up. He does have to accept it. Or maybe he's not paying attention. Hey, Mia.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. Just getting off of work and everything, and I just been listening. And that's a good question you had asked. So I'm gonna mute up real quick. I'm not ready for my question. I'm feeding my cat and everything, but I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah. Because I had to ask myself that question too. Like, I was listening to a Joseph Murphy affirmation, and it was like on repeat for like 40 minutes. And he was saying, and part of the affirmation was that I have a joyous expectation of good. And I'm like, because I don't think I ever really thought about the expectation. I was like, do I ever really think? Like, I know when I decide something, I know it's done. But do I always have a joyous expectation of good things always continuously, effortlessly showing up? I don't think I ever really thought about it. I was like, that's something I need to be more aware of. Remember the power of awareness. I think it's a book about that, right? Yeah. Being aware of what you're being aware of. What are you expecting? Right? What do you expect? Just on a daily basis. Every day you wake up. What do you expect? We should be expecting nothing but the best. We should not be settling for anything less than good, than great. And not to go by appearances, right? We're not supposed to let, this person cut me off. I said today was going to be a great day and they cut me off. That don't make your day miserable because somebody cut you off. Like, if that's all it takes to put you in a bad mood, like, what we doing? Hello, Daniel. How are you?
I'm all right. What are we talking about here?
Manifesting.
How do you do that?
You naturally do it. It's not a how, it's a what.
What's the method?
Decision. And you decide all the time, right? You make decisions every moment of your life. You're always choosing something, correct?
Yeah, is it like lucid dreaming or getting into a flow state, or I don't know, I'm just curious.
No, you see those steps on the screen?
Yeah.
It's based off Mark 11:24. Are you familiar with the script in the Bible?
No, educate me.
Okay, the script says, therefore I say to you, whatever you desire when you pray, believe you received it and you shall have it. So those 4 steps,
Okay.
your desire is your decision to have a thing. Your prayer is to acknowledge the thing, to recognize that it's possible. Step 3, to believe you received it. That's past tense. You have to act as though it already belongs to you. And then you let
Oh,
it, and
that,
then
yeah.
you let it show up, which means you receive it. Now, what needs to take place automatically takes place for the thing to come into your life.
That's a really good thing to live by.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I don't mean to just chit chat or anything, but yeah, have a blessed day. And,
Oh, thank you. You do the
yeah.
same. Okay.
That went well. I was nervous.
I was like, now where is this going?
It sounded like he
Turn
heard
out
something
about
about manifestation and wanted to make it this woo-woo thing. And I ain't on the woo-woo thing. I could care less if you could lucid dream. I could care less if you could wake up in your dream. What you doing in your waking state? Who cares about what you're doing when you sleep and that you can fly all over the moon? I don't care. I mean, it's cool. It's great conversation. But at the end of the day, my life isn't about escapism. It's about creating the life I want to experience in my knowing state.
100%, because I dreamt last night that I was driving my bike down the stairs. Definitely don't want to recreate that.
I have dreams like that. I had a dream that I was in a car and we was on the ocean and the car turned into like a boat. I had that before. Yeah. And I be having dreams like when you talked about going downstairs. I'm never walking down the stairs. I'm tight roping down the stairs. Like, what the? It's never anything simple. I be tight. Like, how come I'm just not walking normally down the stairs? Why am I'm either jumping off little landings coming from, because I would have dreams like I was in my mother's apartment where I grew up at, my mother's apartment. And I'm leaving the apartment. Instead of going down the green carpeted staircase, I'm either tight roping down the stairs or I'm jumping off landings to get to the bottom. I'm just like, what? It was so interesting. Go ahead, Mia.
No, so I was like driving. I was, Wednesday I'm speed racer. Well, I'm not speed racer. I'm traffic racer in Houston traffic. But you had mentioned earlier about revision. So is revising more, because, we replay situations in our mind all the time. And that continues the story, right? So is revising basically just changing how we think about whatever happened?
Yep.
So at least if we're going to replay it, we replay it the way we want it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I think that was my only question that I had. Me and my ADD, and I couldn't write it down. So I was driving. So I was like, okay, because the revision thing, because I work on that, but, because I have an issue with replaying things.
Okay.
And ruminating.
Okay.
On situations and replaying things. And I get lost in thought. And I think we were talking about that. I don't know if it was last Saturday or last Wednesday, but I'll find myself like in the car or just get lost in thought. And I'll just be like, oh God, I've just replayed a whole scenario, made myself re-mad, re-sad, re-hurt, re-frustrated. So kind of that feeling of being in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we can kind of create those or recreate those feelings and those emotions in that state, just from our mind and just replaying those narratives, we can do that with desire.
Yeah.
And we can do that with the things we want. So just kind of revising those things and
because what your subconscious is showing you is that the past doesn't exist except in your mind, right?
Absolutely.
And so that means the future also only exists in your mind, right? So if you can conjure up those emotions, and that's why a lot of people say, oh, get the feeling, let your emotions, but here's the thing. Do you like those emotions that the past are bringing up?
No. And sometimes I'm frustrated with myself. Like, why the hell am I sitting here thinking about something that has me upset or sad? Even like my mom, after she passed, and I've stopped doing that, but closer to when she passed, I used to think about her and I would think about the most sad, horrible last end of her days. And I'm like, why would my mind go to that? Of all the memories of her, why would I do that to myself?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes people, when they're desiring to see themselves have something that maybe at first thought seems impossible, what's going to normally be the emotion?
Yeah.
Is it going to be nervousness, maybe fear? And then you're going to tell yourself, well, I'm feeling this fear, so that means I can't have it. No, it doesn't. That's not what it means. It just means you're fearful of the unknown. You don't know what it's going to be like to have it.
And that's that anxiety, right? That's that fear of the unknown and that wanting to control something when you don't realize you do have the
That's
control.
that's why I'm like, you got to get the feelings out the way.
Yes. And
Get the feelings out the way. While people trying to tell you to lead with the feelings, I'm telling you to lead with your word, because your word is power, not your feelings. Your feelings are a byproduct of the word. But you get to tell your feelings how to feel, just like you give meaning to words. Like people are like, words have meaning, they only mean what the fuck you say they mean.
You're literally right, and I tell people that all the time because I work in a field in mental health field where some of the most mean, hateful things have been said to me by my clients, right? But I literally decide on a daily basis for those words not to mean anything because I decide that someone with mental health problems is saying it to me.
See?
But if someone outside of that context says it,
now you apply meaning to it. Now you apply meaning to it.
But it's still a decision.
It's still a decision. Yep.
It's always a decision.
Yep.
And just like you said earlier, I have been listening about, do you really think it's going to happen? And that it really comes down to that. Like when you decide on something, do you really think it's going to happen? Do you really think you deserve it? Because if you did, there would be nothing left. It'd be easy to manifest.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be easily to just let things be and like, okay, so this is what I want. There's no other option. It's going to be great. And oh my God, I can't wait. And and you just move on with your life. Yeah. But we don't do that. And you really have to come to terms of why we don't do that. Mm-hmm. And what is it about life, what keeps you from doing that? Yeah. Now I've been sneaking. I've been reading that other book, Power of, what's the other one? I'm back. Mm-hmm. I'm back. The Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Okay. That was the book we read. We read that book too.
I think it was before I joined the book club.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I feel like
that was the second book we read. That was Dr. Jordan. Yeah. That was a really good one too.
Fully in on that one, but I was like, this book sounds just like Miss Toya. I know this her book right here. Because I speed through because the other book, the audio book is like 2 hours, so it kind of goes fast throughout the night, and then it goes into that one. I put it in the queue. Okay. And I've been listening to that one, and I was like, "Ooh, I love this one too," and I kind of missed it, but it's so true. And with manifestation, and I have to kind of be in control of your thoughts. And I love what you said earlier though on the live about just like you really have to know and really believe and work on your self-concept and know that you deserve. You really have to work on that self-love and self-concept that there's no reason why you don't deserve it. And where is this doubt coming from? Mm-hmm. What is in your way? Yeah. And I feel like it comes from, we grew up in the church, and it's this judge. You just feel like there's someone deciding on whether or not you deserve it. Mm-hmm. Am I good enough? And it's not me who decides it. Yeah. And you grew up thinking that something bigger than me decides whether or not I deserve a good thing. And it's hard to let go of that, I think, at times. And when it's really you decide if you deserve a thing. And there's nothing, you need to forgive yourself. You need to know that you are a wonderful human and you are all of these wonderful things, and to let go of any attachments that you have attached to that said you weren't. Mm-hmm. So that you can accept all the blessings that you desire, I think. So, it's been
because like you said, it's because you don't only hear that in religion, you hear that here in the spiritual community too, because religion tells you, oh, well, you're one worthy, you're a sinner, you need forgiveness, right? Mm-hmm. You got to have the Savior, you got to accept Jesus, and then that's your role to even when God does give you something, he ain't giving it to you because you're worthy of it. He giving
Right.
it to you because he just found mercy. He put mercy upon you, and he giving it out of his goodness, not yours.
Right.
Right?
Mhm.
And then you come over to the spiritual community, and they tell you, well, first, before you can get anything, you got to make sure your nervous system is regulated.
Yep.
And then before you get it, you got to do some inner work, and you got to do some shadow
Shadow
work,
work.
and
Shadow work.
you got to do all this work.
Yeah.
But
And
this
you
is
gotta
why
send
I
me-
like
and
the
you gotta
script
send me
because
$1,000.
what did you say?
And send me $1,000.
Because you can't do that work on your own. You need
Uh-uh.
assistance. You need a mentor. You
Yeah.
need a coach. You need a guru. You need a master. You never are enough on your own.
Never enough.
Ain't that doesn't sound like religion?
It does.
Sound very much. Sound like you always need something outside of self. You just ain't never enough.
They'll give you everything in the video and then sell you something.
And
you
so
don't even
then
realize
when
you already got it for free.
Right. When you start deciding that you want something, you just have to give yourself the grace and say, I don't need a reason.
Mhm.
I don't even need to know why or how I got this erroneous thinking. Who cares where it came from? It's erroneous. It does not dictate anything. It has no authority here. Because this is why the script tells you don't look back. Don't be trying to figure out, well, how did this get here? Why did this happen? Because then you find yourself going down a rabbit hole. Because yes, you can find 10,001 reasons why someone told you can't have the thing. Well, it's my parents. It's my religion. It was because I'm black. It's because I'm too short. It's because I'm overweight. It's because I'm not light enough. It's because I'm too dark. It's because I don't have a man. It's because you can have any. I don't have the education. I don't have enough money. Like you can have 1,001 reasons as to why, when none of that shit matters.
No.
It absolutely has it doesn't matter.
That's like your child asking you, why you love me? I don't know my child. Do it matter?
Do I need a reason to love you?
Ask your husband why. I mean, and I've been the woman that, you sometimes you be like, why you love me? And it's hard to answer that question, even if you love them so much. It's like a dumb question. I don't know. I just do. So it's just like, why do I deserve these things? Because you're you. Stop asking.
Yeah, we need justify. We always try to justifying the thing, but then that's where you have to snap back. This is where the talking to yourself like, well, wait a minute, I'm God. Does God need an explanation? Did God have to consult or confer with anyone before God said, let there be? Was there a meeting in the boardroom? Say, before we make the images and likeness, before we do that, let's really think about this first. What's the pros and cons to making this thing come forth?
And it was really God's imagination. Like daydreaming is the most fun
God
thing to
does
do.
everything because it what? Can.
It was. Because he can.
So just like your desires, you want them because you can have them.
Yeah.
Because you can. You don't need any other reason, because you can.
And that's what submission is, right? When you submit to God, just like, people say, like, you submit to your spouse, it's that trust, that blind trust that you got me. I can go to sleep while you're driving us 200 miles and trust we're going to get there when I wake up and we're not going to be in a ditch. Mm-hmm. That's trust. That's that blind trust. So just like you would submit to your spouse, it's like, I trust that you got me. Mm-hmm. I trust that God got me. I don't need to know all the ins and outs and be babysitting and every little thing you do, because a lot of us do that to our spouses. We don't trust our spouses, so we feel like sometimes we got to babysit.
We don't speak French over here. I don't know what you mean. We don't trust.
I don't. Right? We don't do that.
I don't know about that life. I trust my husband.
Yes, you trust your husband, and you get the fruits of that, right?
Yes.
Right, but but you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what submission really is, that people don't understand that.
Because when it comes down to it, it's not really you not trusting them, it's you not trusting you. Because you don't think you made a good choice. Because why are you with somebody you don't trust?
Exactly. That's your choice.
So at the end of the day, it's really you not trusting you. You didn't trust your choice in being with this person. Right. So that's why when people talk about the SP thing and they get to talking about I don't understand. I'm trying to make them do this. I'm trying to make them. You have to ask yourself, why you got to be with somebody that you got to make them do?
They don't.
Or why are you with someone where them treating you less than what you deserve or know what you should have? If they're giving you less than that, you have to ask yourself, why are you accepting of that?
Exactly.
What is it about me that thinks this behavior is okay?
Exactly. And that's why I don't want to get off the subject, but that's why, you know,
It's
in
never off the
relationships,
subject. All
I-
subjects, all things are
you
on the
know.
table.
and I'm in the dating world, and sometimes I get a little bad rep, but I always say, like, I don't believe in asking man for. I don't want to ask no man for no money or no nothing. That ain't fun. That's not. I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, making someone do something is never fun.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
want someone to do things for you because they just do.
Mhm.
And you know, if you have to make someone do nice things for you,
She par for the course, as they say.
so you know, and it goes to all that. What do you deserve, right? If you really believe that you're this amazing person, man or woman, then you should be treated that way anyway.
Because here's the thing, they're doing for you is really you doing for you, because they're just a reflection of you.
Absolutely.
They're not separate from you. So you have to ask yourself, why am I not receptive to being treated well?
It's your mirror. Your friends are your mirror.
Like you say,
your
that's
spouse
the
is your
self
mirror.
concept that needs to be reconciled.
Yeah.
You have to start telling yourself that you deserve all the things. And you don't need a reason for having all of the things.
Absolutely.
No reason,
Absolutely.
no explanation.
Come on, Latoxic. I see you with the explanations. What you got to say? Period.
I just completely and 100% agree. I think, you know, I had an SP that, you know, that I was very much so in love with, and it wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. And I realized, like, why? What am I? How did I get here? Like, what did I do? Because I think I just didn't. I was so focused on that particular person. I wasn't focused on the behavior that I wanted to get. And so, anyway, long story short, as my self-concept grew, then I just didn't even want that person anymore. I was just like, I don't even, why? No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. This what? I don't know. Because I just, you know, my self-concept just grew. And so, you know, now I'm calling into my life a lot of different experiences and relationships that very much show are the value that I, you know, that the standard that I hold myself to at this point.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Amazing. So we have Ray all day. Hello, Ray all day.
Hey, Toya. Hey, everybody. Happy Manifesting Wednesday. My signal might be a little weak. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So 2 things. First thing, I saw myself so clearly on Monday in the grocery store. So I was going to get those 5-gallon water bottles. So I go into this co-op grocery store, and you exchange your bottles for like a new bottle. Mm-hmm. And you know, they're heavy, but I am used to getting my own bottles. I am, right? But then this guy who was working there, he was like, "Do you need some help?" And actually I was feeling kind of down, kind of weak that day, but I said, "No. No, thank you." And then I said, "I'm strong."
Okay.
And as soon as I said that, I was like, girl, like, that is the story of your life. Like, you are telling the universe you got this. You are telling the universe that you don't need help. You know, I'm walking around like, I got it. And it's like, no, actually, I'm tired and I could use some support. I could use some help. I could use a break. And I was, as soon as I put the first bottle in, I was like, dang, that was heavy. And then I felt a little like dizzy, you know, because I was on my cycle. And then, you know, I still didn't ask for help. So I got the other one because I'm like, well, I did the first one. I can do the second one. So then I get to my car and I put the bottles in. And then the guy's like, oh, I could have helped you. And I was like, oh man. I was like, okay. I was like, I should have said yes. I was like, next time I'm gonna say yes. So it was like me kind of like coaching myself, like, okay, I'm aware of this. Next time I'm gonna like accept the help. So next time I know I'm gonna be like, yep, like help me. So it takes practice. The second thing is I got an opportunity to go to Ghana this year.
Oh, nice.
And it's like some family members, but also there might be like a work opportunity too. But as soon as I got the invite, I immediately say yes, count me in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I talked like that all the time. Yes, count me in. But so when I said it, I'm like, I like this person. I like how this feels.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think, where's the money gonna come? What else do I have going on? I was like, yes.
Yes.
So then, I don't know if you probably don't remember, but I'm part of this like global writers collective.
Mm-hmm.
I joined last year. That's a whole nother story. I think I already shared it, but that started with just a decision. Like, yes, I belong here. Yes. Right. And then it just happened. So they're headquartered in Ghana. And so I messaged the president and I was like, hey, I'm coming to Ghana. And he was like, okay, let me talk to such and such and make arrangements for your arrival.
All right.
Wow. And Toya, I'm laughing because these things happen all the time when I'm not thinking or trying to figure it out. And now that I have awareness, I can see how these things have happened for me all the time. And even some of the comments that other people would make, like just little things like my mom would say, oh, you expect people to do things for you. Oh, you celebrate all the time. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I didn't know there was a problem. And so I think maybe that is why I try to add a caveat, like I worked for this. I suffered through this. I deserve this because I've been conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take away that struggle language and I just look at how my life flows, it does flow.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I feel like I have to like apologize for it,
Mm-hmm.
And then I end up creating struggle for myself, like putting those 5-gallon water bottles in my basket. But I wanted to get your advice and whoever else wants to share. And I know I could figure this out, but it's like I remember things when I hear like other people say it. So I'm going to Ghana, right? There's no doubt I'm going to Ghana. Even when I was like, oh, where's the money going to come from? Then my voice said, the money will come. And I believe that. I'm not even worried about the money. So then the other day I was walking and I was like, okay, girl, you're going to Ghana. Okay. You're a global writer. You got to set some things up. You got to set up some opportunities, so you can put on your resume that you're like this global, I was trying to make something happen. So, and it kind of just stressed me out because I'm like, what are you going to make happen? Now I'm like, I got to make something happen, but what am I going to make happen? Like, I need to get people together and I need to speak so that I can say that I gave this talk,
Okay.
But I'm not supposed to do that, right?
What do you mean you're not supposed to?
I'm thinking like, okay, since I'm going to Ghana.
So you want speaking engagements? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing's wrong with it. It's just me thinking like, how's that going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
How is that going to happen?
I absolutely have no idea.
But it's okay.
It's already done.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already put it out there, so let it flow. Let it go.
Okay.
All right. You're doing.
Yeah.
You're international, girl.
I know I'm
Global.
international, and it just came from me saying,
I think you want evidence of it. Like, well,
yeah,
I'm
and I think
saying this, so I have to prove that I'm that.
yeah, it's like what Mia was saying about the unknown. It's like it is a weird feeling because you're like, okay, well, I want this. Okay, when's it gonna happen? Okay, I've never been in this unknown, so how come it's not happening yet? Okay, is there something else I need to do? You know, like my writing coach years ago, she's like, write from the heart.
Mhm.
And now that I'm writing from the heart, I'm like, okay, now my life is supposed to unfold like in this magnificent way. That now that I'm writing from the heart and I'm not like I'm writing what's true to me, right? I
Mhm.
am.
Mhm.
I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to solve a problem. And sometimes I do feel
What do
a
you
little
think should be different? It's not like you think things should be. What are you looking for? What do you think should be different?
yeah, exactly.
Because it's like you're not even enjoying. It's like, okay, I decided this. Now it's like abracadabra. I just said it. 2 seconds later, I need to see it. Abracadabra, and it's just like
Yeah.
just
So
know that it's already there. Like, are you prepared to speak?
yes, I could speak. I could speak. I could speak. Even if I don't know what I'm going to speak about, I know how to speak.
Okay.
Um,
So why do you think there's something to do then?
I don't know.
You
I don't
ready.
know.
You
I guess
ready. So
because
when
I'm in the
so when the call comes, when the guy said he's getting you ready to receive your arrival.
uh-huh.
Who knows what that means? Maybe you end up speaking there. I don't know.
Okay, so just
I
enough
don't know.
nothing.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is
But
just like
the thing is that no one can tell you what it looks like.
yeah.
Only you can like you said, imagine. Yes, you can imagine you're sitting in an auditorium or at a brunch or at a dinner or at a luncheon or whatever you're at, holding space at a podium or a lectern, whatever the proper term is, giving your speech.
But here's the thing, if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to feel like there was something I could have, should have
But
done.
why wouldn't it happen? So that means you haven't decided. You're not decided.
But
Because
I
when
have
you
decided.
decided, then how can but you're making an option of it not happening, so you haven't decided.
Mm,
When there's a probably not, then there's no decision. 'Cause there's
mhm.
no such thing as a probably not. What if it doesn't? What? Impossible. That's the double-mindedness.
But why would I be? Because I know that things can happen or things cannot happen.
Really? Well, that's your reality. You know things can happen, you know things cannot happen. So in your reality, it's a possibility it won't happen. So then what are we talking about?
Okay, so then what do I say?
Well, stop saying
It's
that.
already done.
Stop saying it right. Stop saying it can't happen. Like that's a start. Stop saying it can happen. Stop saying what if it doesn't happen? Because how can it not happen if it's already done? Those
Wait, so do I
two
say
things can't be true at the same time. It can't be it's
yes.
already done, then it doesn't happen. That's impossible.
Okay.
How can something that's already done not happen?
Okay, so what do I do now?
You chill. You prepare
Okay.
for your trip. And what else do you do other than going on a trip? What else, are you writing? What else, do what comes natural to do. Go about your everyday in a natural way.
But do I imagine what I will be doing when I get there?
If you want to.
Okay. All right.
There's no should, it's whatever you want. because it's already done. So your imagining doesn't make it so, and it doesn't make it not so. Your assumption makes it so. Your decision makes it so.
Okay. I just want to get out of this program that I'm in.
And what program is that?
That it's my fault if it doesn't work out. That there's something that I was too wishy-washy about it. I didn't have my ducks in a row. That sort of programming.
Oh, the preparing for it not to happen. Your expectation of it not happening, then you think that you're not the reason why it didn't happen. Oh yeah, you're definitely the reason it doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, you're the cause. No one else is the cause. It's your world. It's your story. And you're preparing for the worst. Remember I said earlier, what do you expect? Sound like you expect for it not to happen. For things not to go the way you want them to go. You expect for, like if it does work out, it's like some miracle or something. Like it's like whoosh. Like oh my goodness, I can't believe it. You can't believe? That may be a one and done thing then. If you think that if you in this state of I can't believe this is happening to me, it won't be happening for long.
So I don't
because you're going to be right.
It's not that I think that I don't deserve the opportunity or the opportunity can't happen. It's not that at all. It's just that I'm not used to thinking that like somehow I actually do deserve it, you know? It's like things do happen for me, but I feel like, oh, they happen because I
you worked for it.
I earned it. Therefore I deserve it.
But that's what the world tells us, right?
Yeah.
Anything that comes easily or freely is not appreciated. You only appreciate the work that went into obtaining it. Right? And so, is that wrong? No, it's not wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying that to work for it is not a way. Of course it's a way. We see it every day. We see people struggle and strain. They get aneurysms, they get anxiety, depression because they're forcing things to come. That is a way. I'm not saying that's not a way. People celebrate that way. Blood, sweat, and tears. You don't know how much I had to sacrifice. I cried all night. I sleepless nights. I lost my family. I lost my girlfriend. I lost my boyfriend. I lost my family. I couldn't be at the recitals. I couldn't go to the championships. I couldn't be at the ball games. Because I had to just lay it all on the line. I had to give up everything to get this thing. We hear it all the time. That is a way. And that way is not wrong. We're just saying it's unnecessary.
Right.
That's it. We just want you to see that there is a more excellent way.
Right. And that's new for me. And that is what I've been
practicing. It's new for all of us, right? Because we all were fed the same story you were. You will earn your living by the sweat of your brow. Yet we see those who we call the rich, who the world likes to call the elite, how hard they working.
Right.
They living on easy street. They got everybody else working for them because they realize the truth that their mind is that they are ruling their land through their mind, and that the subjects in their reality have to do what? Do whatever it takes for them to live out their dream. The same thing can happen for you. They're not different than you. The world will bend to your will as well.
And it has happened.
Yeah.
Right. It has happened for me all the time. And just,
Can I add something to tell you?
Yes.
Yes.
there's people that work hard their whole life, and all they end up with is some type of disease from stress. They old and retired, and by the time they retire, they're too sick to even enjoy life because they thought that working hard and sacrificing their body and their health was going to do something. And all they end up with is a little piece of a retirement check and some Social Security and toe up legs and feet and bodies. And I say that to say working hard, there's no reward for that. And I don't know other people, Kevin probably can dip in. For me personally, and Ray, you might can, the more education and money I make, the harder I don't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hard work, they kind of make it like a badge of honor, right? And I know so many people who have worked hard their lives and worked till they're old and 70 and they finally retire. And they're so old and broke down and sick because they have risked their bodies and their mental health for these jobs, thinking that working hard is the answer to some type of reward. You know what I mean? And Toya's right. Rich people don't work hard. They be golfing in the middle of the day. They be chilling, golfing in the middle of the day. So, and honestly, they do. I be out, HEB be packed in the middle of the day. I'm like, golly, y'all don't go to work. It's 8 a.m, you know? So, you know, I think, you know, sometimes we need to take the easy road and just let life be easy.
Yeah, I think it's Magnetic 333 said, for me personally, I train my worthiness every day to receive. And that is what I need to do. I need to change the programming. And I know like creating habits is a way to reprogram your mind, having a habitual practice. So it's good for me to talk these things out. So thank you all.
And worrying is manifesting. Know that. Worrying is a form of manifesting. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got it, girl. Like, do it.
I know. It's just, it's just something. It's just that program. I need someone to hit me on the head with a wand. I definitely have a lot of experiences where things just happen and I knew that they were going to happen. Like when I was severely sick and I told the doctor, I said, I'm tired of this being sick. I'm tired of coming up in here being sick doing this. And I remember that feeling, that real feeling I had where I wanted to just get out of this sick body. And I remember thinking like, I'm done with this. I'm done with being sick. And guess what? I'm done with being sick. Mm-hmm. I am done with being sick. I don't even think, it's hard to even like remember like,
So you see the difference with that decision and then your decision to be the speaker, but then thinking that that's something that you can F it up. Did you think that with your wellness? When you decided to stop being sick, did you think that, oh no, the sickness can come back?
No.
Exactly. You did not think the opposite of what you wanted. This is what I mean, that your mind is made up. Because when your mind was made up, when you had made the decision to be well, there was no other choice. There was no other option.
I get it now. I get it now.
That was the only option. That's how you know you've made a decision.
Because I was sure. Yeah, I was sure. I was like, and I'm done with this.
See, people think that making a decision is just saying that I want it. No. We say we want things all the time. You know you made a decision when you know there's no other option.
Yes. Oh my God, just finally hit me. So I have been double-minded in other areas.
And it's okay. So now you're aware. And now you know, okay, I need to just speak of what I want.
Yes.
That's it. That's the reprogram. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Stop saying, oh, the program or the conditioning. Who cares? Yes. The law doesn't care that you make an excuse for it. The excuses don't fly. It doesn't matter. There's no reprogramming that needs to happen. There's only a decision. that needs
Right.
to
I
happen.
get it. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
It is so simple. Okay. Okay, let me stop talking.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead, Kevin. Did you have something to add?
No, you're doing great. I mean, it's that simple. Just make a decision, stand on it 10 toes down.
Yeah, because I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me. And I remember when I was first diagnosed years ago and I went to this support group, because, people tell you like, oh, go to the support group. And when I went there, I was like,
This ain't it.
I felt it. I was like, this is not for me. This is not my identity. I already have an identity. Like I already know who I am. I don't have to be this. I felt it to my core. And that was the only support group I went to, because it was clear to me this is not a place for me.
Beautiful.
Wow. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So welcome.
And I also read somewhere they said like, and Kevin said it earlier, was it like when things just happen and you're like, oh my God, that just happened and it's just a coincidence. Like there's no coincidence at all. Life happens and you get things a lot faster when you just chill and be still. We slow up our desires a lot by getting in the way and trying to control stuff. I always think about you're slowing down the process and the progress by trying to control and check on things, so you get your desires faster on fast forward when you just chill and let it come to you. But when you start shaking things up and trying to get in the way and control and figure stuff out, it's like, well, you do it, like, okay, then so much, you got your degree and everything, you figure it out then, so you just really have to kind of trust in, it just happens in those coincidences that we feel like, and that feeling you get when a coincidence happened, like, oh, this is so wonderful. How did I deserve something so great? It's like, why you don't think you deserve it? So yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as it's so simple, so easy to do, because manifesting the things that we don't want seem effortless also.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, there's no vision board. There's no writing it down. You write down, this is what I don't want to happen. And there's, I was thinking the other day when, decades ago, like 30 years ago, we used to, if I would lose something, I would play a game and trying to find it. And I would try to be, if somebody was helping me, or if they lost something and I was helping them try to find it, look around the house for it, I would say, here it isn't. And they would look like, oh, you see it? I said, no, here it is not. They go, you get on my nerves, because I made them. But the thing was, every time I said that, the thing we were looking for appeared. So what does that mean? Seeing what you don't want gives energy to it appearing, just like saying what you do want, giving it energy to appear. It's the latter effect. I'm not going to see, we did it with a butterfly. I'm not going to see a butterfly. I'm not going to see a butterfly. Next thing you know, there are butterflies everywhere. I had somebody tell me, well, Captain, I didn't see a butterfly. I only saw a moth. I was like, go look up the definition of a moth. Tell me what you come up with. Butterfly.
Not a butterfly first cousin.
Right.
Okay, what about the one when you have the hiccups? Someone tells you to hiccup and your hiccups go away.
Okay.
That's another one.
Yep. No, there's so many levels and so much deeper things than the surface of when you wake up. The manifestation is more of the surface, level one, if you will, of your understanding of the limitless ability and powers that you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's more or less kind of you're in kindergarten. You're nowhere near, junior high or high school or college or working on your, master's. Manifesting is something you're doing anyway. We're just showing you to be aware of what you're manifesting. And when you are more aware at it, I'm going to say this. Your manifestation comes through a whole lot faster. I remember being in the live several months ago, and somebody posed the question, well, how do I get it to materialize faster? How do I get it to come to me quicker?
Mm-hmm.
Because we know there's a delay. But it's always now. So whenever it appeared now.
Mm-hmm.
But as Neville Goddard said, it's not something over there that you're trying to bring over here. It's something that's already here. It's just you're not aware that it's already here.
Mm-hmm.
That what you desire is already in the past tense. The minute you desired it, it started coming into the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you delay it is saying, well, I want this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting something to happen is the evidence of lack, of saying you don't already have it. Is this coming through?
Yes.
Is this making sense? We speak lack and don't realize we're walking in lack. The abundance understanding is realizing that everything that you could ever desire, you already have. If you had $10 million in your bank account and you said, man, I would love to have $1,000 right now. And you would go, well, you got $10 million in your bank account. Why don't you just use the $1,000? Well, where do you think I got where do you think I got $1,000 from? Where do you think I'm gonna get $1,000? You know how many hours I got put in that work to get $1,000? You know I gotta get a side hustle to get $1,000? Do you know how much debt I have? I can't get $1,000. When there is no debt. You are an unlimited being. You have everything you ever going to have. You're not going to get more powerful than you are right now. You're never going to be more powerful than you are right now. And you may become more aware of your power than you do right now, but you're not getting any more power. There's no levels to your power. There's no levels to your authority. You already have it. You already have it. You just need to be aware that you have it.
Yep. We spend so much time trying to intellectualize instead of trying to experiment with it, experience it.
That part.
Yeah, because we can regurgitate what someone else has said, right? We can quote Neville Goddard, we can quote Dr. Joseph Murphy, we can quote someone, so we can quote, but you only know this through experience, and you have to allow yourself to experience it. Like, you have to be willing to surrender to it and get out of your own way, and stop trying to intellectualize, trying to know it from the minds, from the logical part, like, and just allow yourself to be it. That's all we're told. Just be still and know. Be still. When you're still and you're not trying to make it so, you're telling yourself it's already so. But the moment you start trying to figure out the how and the when, you're telling yourself it's not a now thing. You're saying it's a then thing. You're saying when I get it, when it comes, not now that I have it, now
Or I
that
hope
I
I get
am it. Yep, or I hope I get it. Right. You speak futuristically as opposed to speaking, and here's the thing, is what you mean by what you say, right? Because like I said, I could say I'm going to the store. And I know I'm going to the store. Ain't no doubts about that. So you can say, I'm going to win the lottery, and know that you're going to win the lottery, just like you know you're going to the store. Just like when you know you got to go to the bathroom. You're not imagining that you went to the bathroom already, right? You know that you're going to the bathroom. You know that you don't go to sleep with the clothes that you're going to wear the next day. Oh, I know I'm gonna put on when I go to work. You don't have to go to bed with the clothes on before. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know that this is a thing. The decision is locked. There is no double-mindedness there. So it's as much as what you say as it is what you mean by what you say.
No one pours a glass of water with the intention of not drinking it.
That part.
No one cooks something to eat because they're hungry with the intentions of not eating that which they cook for themselves. If you had an upset stomach and you're worried because your stomach's upset because you're worried about whatever, and then you make your plate and then you lose your appetite because you were worried about whatever it was you were worried about, that's different. Like Mia said, worrying is another form of manifestation.
Well,
Right?
everything is a form of
Right.
because manifesting isn't something that you do, it's who you are.
It's who you are.
We don't do manifesting. We are the manifestation.
Yes.
That's what we have to understand. There's no trying to manifest. You couldn't stop even if you tried. You could not stop manifesting even if you wanted to. It's impossible.
Correct.
Life is a manifestation.
And once we lean into that understanding, we get to live in the abundance.
You'll be more aware of what you're bringing forth. You won't
Correct.
be so thinking with your thinking. You will pay attention to what you are talking about, what you are thinking about, because that's what you're bringing about.
Because you're aware that you are always manifesting.
I agree. And I always mention this, but like fear is a very strong thing to kind of like manifest. And like I always think about my mother because she was the epitome of her manifestation. And like you live your manifestations out, like physically, your whole existence is your manifestation of your whole thoughts, your assumptions about everything. And fear is so powerful. And literally it's almost eerie to think about how she literally lived out every single fear to how she passed away. Literally, she could have just written it out.
Well, she just had faith in the things she didn't want to happen. It's the same. Fear is just like faith.
And it's so annoying because my mom was a praying woman. Like my mother, we grew up in the church. She was a praying woman. She listened to my last phone conversation. I have a FaceTime video of her. She was singing gospel music in the bed. My mom was very much a praying woman, but I could never understand, and this is before I deconstructed, like right before she passed. I could always never understand how such a praying woman was so fearful. Mm. Like how you have this much God in you. You've been in the church. You are a praying woman. You prayed for me.
She didn't believe she deserved to have the good because that's what she was told.
Yes.
She was not. She was told that her righteousness was as filthy rags.
She was afraid to die.
And I know that.
Afraid to die.
Yeah. So if you're always going through life being told you're just never good enough, no matter what you do, no matter how you show up, no matter how much you love, no matter how much you give, no matter how much faith you have, there's a possibility that it just won't happen for you.
And that's ridiculous, Toya, because my mom was such an amazing human. She was a beautiful mother. She was a beautiful person. She was a woman of God to the best she could be, but she still had fear. How do you be that strong in your faith, but you ain't strong in your faith?
Right, because she was strong in her faith. She believed what her religion told her. She had faith in her religion, and her faith told her your faith ain't enough. They were double speaking. They were making her double-minded, telling her, I don't care how much faith you have, it just ain't gonna never be good enough. Well, damn.
So what
you do with that? How do you move forth in life when they're telling you all you need is a faith of a grain of a mustard seed, and then at the same time tell you, but that faith still may not move God.
You know why? Because she laid in this bed and she cried and begged because she had no belief in herself. And if she only believed in herself, she would have got out that bed and she would have had enough to move forward. But unfortunately, she begged. She begged and she cried for God to heal her and help her, when really it was all her. And even before I deconstructed fully, I knew that was what she needed. I knew that she needed to believe in herself and that she was strong enough to overcome her own fears and that she could do things. But she had so much fear. She had a fear of falling and ended up in a hospital and dying there and never coming home. And that's exactly how she left us. Mm. Thankfully, she died with all of us holding her hands around her. She was afraid to die. She was afraid of everything. She didn't even know I was divorced when she passed because I didn't want her to worry. She was worried. She was fearful. And I didn't put things on her because she couldn't carry it. So it just saddens me. And that's why I have such an effort to just be healed and not live in fear, and be empowered and to be healed and to know that I can handle anything and that there's nothing to handle. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I just wish that, things were different, because it's very powerful and it shows that just being transformed in your mind can change your life, because that is what your life is, your mind. And you manifest it either way it goes. And it's your decision. And your life is going to look like what your mind looks like. And, I don't know. It's just, I just work hard just to not live in fear. And I'm not fearful. So I've kind of done that part. I don't even see bugs anymore. I don't even fear for nothing. So I don't live in fear. I still have things I'm overcoming and I'm doing it. But, it's very important to really know who you are and that you are the power and there's nothing bigger than you in this world. And letting this world be the power is just can be so damaging.
Yeah. Religion definitely doesn't work on us, for real. Whew. Free at last, free at last.
So I appreciate you sharing that intimate part of your life with us, Mia. But there is no will outside of ours. We don't see people as they actually are. We see them as we perceive them to be. Meaning, if I found somebody that's in my circle that I deal with or whatever, that was just getting on my last single nerve, and if I change how I view them and see them as I desire to see them, as loving, as edifying, as a beautiful person, they have to bend around my perspective. They have to show up according to the new script that I just wrote them. See, I went through that somewhat with my mom. We were all raised in church. My mom was a church organist. She was the organist for all the choirs in the church. She was director, the music director for everybody in the church. And a large part of the congregation would gather because of how well my mom had built the music department and because of her talent on the organ. Every single Sunday that the pastor came in, before the pastor took her seat, there's 3 seats. There's a middle seat, which is the big seat. And there are 2 smaller seats on either side and the associated ministers that were in the pulpit. Before she took her seat from the pulpit or stood behind the podium to preach, she always walked over to my mom first, which I thought was just to greet my mom, out of respect first. Until I found out many years later, after the pastor had passed away, that the only reason she came over to my mom first was to whisper in her ear and say, "Hello, ugly. Look at your face, Toya."
That's wild.
And not only was it wild, my mom is, and at that time, was drop dead gorgeous.
That's
I
why
mean, I would say that if she wasn't my mom.
she wanted to break her down. That's all there was.
And the problem was,
she thought she was she was ugly and tried to project it onto your mom.
well, in personal opinion, I would never be attracted to her. Put it that way. Right? I think I got a pretty damn good eye. But anyway, that aside, my mom, even though she was absolutely gorgeous, she took on the belief of what her pastor told her about herself. And you talk about a crime. And I had to really put on the scripture about turning the other cheek. It's not a physical thing. I mean, it's not to think harmful things to someone that you think did harm to you. That's what it actually means, even though it doesn't say just give them the other cheek to hit. No. Think well of them, even when you feel they don't deserve it. So my mom now deals with anxiety, which is what Mia's talking about, the fear. And what is she fearing? That which has not happened. But it happens in her reality. In her reality, it's going to happen. So the way I deal with that is I see my mom overcoming the fear in my mind. See, no one else gets to dictate my reality but me. God is not subject to us. We're subject to God. And we're God. And it's time that we lean into that. We don't have to accept anything. If it looked like that's what the face value is, change the face. Make a new face value. Because you are God. Nobody's going to check you. Nobody can. Nobody has the power or authority to check you. Everything bows to you. Everything. All the creation. So.
Yes. Beautiful. That's it. See people as you want them to be seen, and that's how they'll be seen. That's what it is. If you be lifted up, all men should be lifted up. High tide lifts all boats, as they say.
Question, can we revise even in death?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's probably more important to do it then than ever before.
Okay. Yeah, because, okay.
I had to revise my childhood.
Okay.
Because without telling my most intimate personal relationship as a child, I had to endure some abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to revise that in order to walk in the forgiveness of that. See, there's only two. There's fear and there's love. And you get to decide which one you're going to walk in. The fear, which is the opposite side of the coin of love. Because perfect love casts out what? All fear. So whenever you find yourself, and you can use love as your measuring stick. Anytime you walking in fear, you can say, oh, I'm not walking in love. Anytime you're walking in love, that's how you know your compass is correct. That's because Jesus or God is love. You are love. You don't have to try to love. It's who you are. That's why you're not given the spirit of fear. It doesn't belong to you. It's made up. It's an illusion. The only thing real is love.
Yes, that's it.
I talk a little loud when I'm passionate.
You're good.
We grew up in the church, Kevin. That ain't loud.
Right. We have another guest on the panel. See if they want to say something. Did you say Matasia? Matasia, is that how you say it? You can unmute. We have something to say. Are you there? Maybe they didn't realize they came up. That's okay. I'll drop if they want to come back up. They'll come back up. I know some people accidentally come up by mistake. Yep, everything is as we assess it to be. Whatever things only seem to be to those to whom it seems to be. So what does it seem to be to you? Right? This is your story. This is your book. You get to tell it. You get to frame it. You get to phrase it. You get to revise it. You get to edit it. You get to write it to your liking. It's all whatever you say it is. It truly is whatever you're saying about life. That's what life is for you. and everyone in your world, in your reality, are just playing characters based on the role, right? You're writing out a role. You're writing, and so this is why the script tells you, think whatever is lovely, whatever is true. So what is true? You were given the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. You were not given the spirit of fear. So why would you write that into your script about yourself or anyone else in your script, in your story? Because that simply isn't true. So tell a different story about them. Tell them the way you want them to be, not as they are. Because if who they're showing up as is not in alignment with truth, then you're not telling that you're speaking, quote unquote, a lie. But we know there's no lies, right? But you're telling a story that is not the story that is of truth. There is an error there. And you get to redefine it. You get to say life as you desire for it to be. And here's the thing, when you rewrite the script, you got to let go of the whole story though. You can't say that you revised it and then keep telling the whole story. Then you're just showing that you didn't revise it, that you haven't made a decision. Now you're being double-minded. Because either they're operating in love or they're operating in fear. Can't be both. They can't occupy two states at the same time. What do you want to say, Mia?
I kind of wanted to add that I think for me, I was kind of thinking about kind of what stops me sometimes from, I guess, being 100% on being sold on having the audacity to be all in. And I think there's still a little part of me on the social validation part that doesn't want to be that arrogant. And it's almost like, how do I navigate the world? Because I sometimes have become more arrogant. I'm almost like an arrogant, terrible two sometimes. Now that I'm kind of in my authenticity, sometimes I have to catch myself because I don't care about a lot of stuff. And I'm just in myself. And, I don't need a lot of social validation for a lot of things. I just move about the world. And a lot of people get confused because, I'll post my selfies and my videos. I'm watching my own videos. I'm watching my own, people don't understand, self-care and self-love. They think you posting it because you want, I like posting, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to navigate in the social world and not be, it's like, there's still a part of me that,
Well, it's whatever you say. So if it's hard, it's hard for you.
And
say it so.
Yes, for me, I'm not gonna speak no French.
I'm saying that I'm hoping to cause you to be aware that you're saying it, so that's what makes it. If you said something different, it would be different.
And I'm trying to rewrite it because I'm trying to let go of stigmas.
Well, there's no trying. You're either doing it or you're not. You're either rewriting or you're not. No trying.
Right. I'm rewriting my story of stereotype threat and the Black girl, because I'd be like, I'm only 5'1". I can't be threatening. And I be trying to use my soft voice because I don't know how to not be amazing. And I don't want to dim my light.
And here's the thing. Okay. Mia has decided I'm that girl. I'm the it girl. In my world, I'm the it girl. I'm confident. I'm alluring. I'm amazing. I'm wonderful. And then she writes in her story, but everybody don't like that on that. Why are you writing that in your story? Why are you not writing in your story that people adore you? Like, why you go read what's her name? Marilyn Monroe. She decided that the world saw her as she saw her, and they loved it. She didn't write hateration into her story. She wrote that people actually loved her. that she was irresistible, that people complimented her and saw her beauty wherever she went, acknowledged it. Because they were her mirror.
You know, I don't even want compliments. I just
No,
want,
I'm saying, so then, but here's what I'm saying is you feel more comfortable with people not being comfortable with it. And I'm like, why? Why are you writing into your story that people are not comfortable with your what you call arrogance?
with me being, I'm writing it and I'm experiencing it because I'm writing it.
Right.
And I'm not experiencing it on like 100% level, right? It's still like, it's my I can see the change in my world and I'm seeing the changes that I make. So I don't want to come act like, you know, I do see it, but you know, there are times where I still go back to my old ways of thinking, and I keep rewriting those characters in there. And my thinking keeps making those little haters, which are me, coming into my world that kind of makes me want to turn my little dimmer on a little bit. Like, turn your dimmer down, you know? And I don't want to do that. And I just don't need to kind of tell that story that's a problem for anyone.
Right. That's it.
And I keep doing that. So I know it's me that's saying that you were too much for some people.
Never too much. Never too much. Never too much. Oh, my love.
Oh, yeah. Because, and as a little girl, I was very, I'm just a light, and what Mia about to say, you know, that was who I was. And I dimmed my light for many, 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 many years. And now I'm back and I'm Mia. And I don't want to ever dim my light anymore. But I don't want to care. And I get the good mirror, but then when I start writing that in, I'll get bits and pieces of that part of me that still is writing that in and makes me want to dim it.
Yeah, you just have to remind yourself, stay in my lane, look in my mirror, right? Not judge, like Doria was saying, no judging the others' opinions. Who cares what they think? Because they're not thinking anything. You're thinking it.
Right. I'm thinking it.
You're thinking it, and they're just projecting. They're reflecting back to you what you're thinking, right?
And you know, I remember how you said, like, and I don't use this term, but you know how people have monitoring spirits. You have monitoring spirits because that's what you called it, and that's what you see it as.
Yeah.
Because that's not what it is. It's only that because that's what you described it as that, and that is what you're writing it as that. So stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? So life is only what you make it. And your perception is your reality. So if you don't like your reality, change your perception. And that's just change your thinking. So, yeah, you know. Thank you, Dr. Toya. How much do I owe you?
You're so silly.
The reminders are so good. And like you said, Toya, like, we have to be accountable for ourselves, you know, because like, sometimes I am annoyed with myself, you know, and like, and I think that people who may, you know, make a face when I walk in the room, I can see myself making a face too, you know, like I can't.
But why is the face about you? Maybe they were thinking about something. Where's the benefit of the doubt coming from? Where's the grace? I know it's your world, but why is your world the face that when I came into the room, they gave a stank face? But you're thinking that. Yeah. You already have a preconceived notion, right? You already have preconceived notions. When I walk in the room, people gonna have something to say. And so they may not vocalize it. And you internalize it, they're thinking it by the facial expression. And so you're checking to see what people think of you. Why?
Right. I do that.
Why? Why are you checking to see? Because they're not thinking anything. You are.
It's not okay. Yeah. I'm just being honest.
I know, but I'm just telling you, they're not thinking anything. You are. You're the one thinking they're thinking that. You have no idea what they're thinking.
Oh, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, right. I'm saying I could be annoyed with myself. And
Right,
that's why when
right.
I walk in a room,
Right. So
I
sometimes you
expect
gotta start
that
laughing at
someone's gonna
yourself.
make a face.
Right. You're gonna start laughing at yourself, right? Oops,
Right,
I
right.
did it again.
But
I
then
played
those
with your
same
heart.
people.
I got lost in the game. Oh, baby. Ooh,
I love how you have all these
think I
songs.
love. You gotta pray. You gotta be like, oops, I did it again. God damn it. Okay, let me revise this. You gotta have fun with it. Yeah, I mean, we too hard on ourselves. Like it ain't that deep.
We are.
It ain't that
You
deep.
know, you don't listen to music. She ain't gonna hit us with nothing past 2010.
I know. I feel like I sing more now that I've met you guys.
You're right, me, because I really don't listen to. I mean, unless it's on TikTok, unless it's on the TikTok streets. Yeah, that's where my music gonna come from, the TikTok streets. Oh.
Okay, I
But
listen
these-
to everything.
These same people making faces. I mean, like I know them, right? I see them all the time, and when I'm not annoyed with my own self, then I do. They show up differently. I show up differently. So I was just saying that they are a projection.
So what do you guys do when you spend time with yourself?
Be rethinking stuff, pissing myself off.
Do y'all decide to tell yourself a new story, or you keep just rehearsing the old stuff that you don't
No.
want to see?
I call myself sweet girl. I
Okay.
do talk to myself more. I'm like, okay,
Okay, good.
what do you want to do today? Sweet girl. Or like, I'll say like, I'll just laugh if I say something negative. I'll be like, that's not true. Come on, So I do have a nicer voice in my head because years ago when I was going to meet with a social worker, she was like, you have a bully in your head. We need to stomp that bully out. And because it was that voice, you need to be doing more. What's next? And I didn't realize I had that program running in my head. So my issue wasn't even about being sick, right? It was about my way of thinking. Once I changed my way of thinking, that is when I got better.
Woo!
And that's why I'm like,
Clock that.
yes, ma'am. Permanently healed, yes. Because I was like, no more. You don't know what you don't know, and that's why
you ask questions, so you can know.
Exactly.
Because whenever you ask, it is always given. So if you want to know something, just ask the I am. Just put a question out there. You don't have to walk around in ignorance. I don't know. Stop saying that.
Unless you ask your black pastor of your Baptist church, he ain't gonna tell you.
You're so silly.
Oh my goodness.
That's why we're not asking anything outside of ourselves or going within. We're asking ourselves the question, not other people. Right? You're praying from within, and you're going to get the answer. The answer may come right there in that moment. May come as you sleep, in a vision, in a book, in a movie, television show, Instagram reel, YouTube short, TikTok. It can come and and when the answer comes, you're going to know the answer, that's the answer. Like you're not going to have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like you're going to know that I was just asking myself this, and you're going to know that it resonates with you. You're going to know that you know that you know. And then go your way in peace. We have to be so much more easy with ourselves, and we just beat ourselves up too much. We just like, why am I like this? Why am I like that? Why do I keep doing this? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I thought that thought. Why can't you believe it? You know why you thought the thought. It's a habitual thing. Nothing happens it's not happenstance. It's not by accident. You've been thinking this way for 20, 30 years. And then you decided, I'm going to think differently. And then you wonder why an old thought may slip in there. Yeah, it may slip in there. But here's the thing. When you stop reacting to it, judging it, condemning the thought, resist the evil. Where it says resist not evil and resist the devil. So resist the devil is to resist the doubt. To resist not evil is not to fight the thing you say that doesn't exist, because the moment you fight it, you make it what? Real. How you resisting something that's not real? The moment you said that it doesn't exist, you made it exist. Why? Because you gave it your attention. We don't talk about stuff that don't exist. Impossible. So the reason you're talking about it makes it real. So people be like, well, what's real? What's unreal? The thing you talk about? Because we don't talk about things that don't exist for us. The sheer reason that we're giving it energy, we resurrect it. We give life to it. Things become unaware or have any reality in our world the moment we take what? Our attention from it. The moment you took your attention from it, it was no longer a thing. Like your car doesn't exist until you see it. Right now, it's not there. Right? That's what these experiments they do. The quantum field, the quantum mechanics, the quantum metaphysics, right? Quantum physics, right? They do all these experiments to let us know that things don't exist until what? We give our attention to it. Nothing has a reality. Everything is waves until what? The observer, being us, puts our thought, our mind on it, and then we collapse it into a particle. Right? So you are, in essence, life. What did Christ say? I am the life. You are the life. You cause everything to exist in your reality. By what? By how? Giving your attention to it. Your attention is the power, is the resurrecting power. It is the sap of life. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't exist. That's why we say no two people are in the same world. No two people. We got to decide, what world do we want to live in? Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
You know, it's an arrogant way to think, but literally, don't none of y'all matter until my eyes open.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Sunflower said the observer effect. Thank you.
Yes,
that's what it's called. The observer effect. Yep.
It's like nothing matters until it matters. Like matter doesn't matter until it matters. Like I have to make it matter because we live in a world of belief. So we project our beliefs on what everything is.
Yep.
You only know what everything is because someone told you what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't matter until it matters. You know, you're the alpha and the omega. When you go to sleep, don't nothing matter.
No.
Think about it. What goes on in the world doesn't exist to you. Your world stops
Until you give
go
your
to sleep.
attention. That's what people be like, oh, they're sapping your attention. They're harnessing your energy or harvesting your energy. It's like, you're creating it. All you have to do is take your attention away from it, and then poof, it's gone.
I mean, it's like a belief. If you believe something strong enough, it'll happen. And I just believe that. And its belief is strong. Everything, most of the things we see and do is based on belief. Someone told you that, okay. So that's what that is. It's like the movie The Matrix. If you ever seen The Matrix, and when they talk about food and they go and they're like, food is really this, and they show what food really is. If you take away all the beliefs and it's like this, like goo, it's like, and it's really cool part of the movie. It's like food really looks like nothing if you take away all the beliefs and everything we put on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The world is all make believe. We're make
That's why money isn't
believing,
anything.
right? We're
Money
make
means
believing, right? Here's the thing. Money is whatever you say it is. It's some people's God. It's some people's love. It's some people's tool. What do you say money is? Because that's what money will be to you. Money is my everything. Because it's me. Money is me. It's who I am.
I'm walking money.
I am money.
That's why influencers make so much money, because they want to influence me. You want my attention. You want my likes. You want my views. You want my attention, don't you? Because my attention, don't our attention get people paid on the internet? Those are views, right? Yeah. It looks like I'm money.
They're not outside. They are you, Mia.
Yeah.
You are the influencer.
Yeah.
You pop them into your virtual reality. You want to have the experience of being influenced. But they're you. There's nothing outside of you. There's nothing outside of your consciousness.
Right.
Everything is a projection of you. There is no them. There's only you.
Mm-hmm. Powerful.
Yeah. The moment we stop separating, right? Because the moment when we separate, we divide, right? And we say, I'm not that. Impossible. Remember, the scripture wasn't about, the question wasn't, who are you not?
Right.
The question was, who do you say that I am? That's the question. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Who am I? Who do I say that I am?
You everything.
I woke up this morning a multimillionaire. I woke up this morning with unlimited money.
Mm.
I woke up this morning like the world was mine. Because it is. Like, that's how we have to talk to ourselves, right? I woke up this morning like the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. I woke up like God gave me everything. That's how I woke up this. I woke up like this.
Yeah.
I woke up like this.
We still in the 2010s. That's all I came out 2010.
I give you some 90s and some 70s.
We in there.
Because 2010s, I wouldn't really listen to music either. A lot of these songs I know because of my children.
Look, my favorite genre is 90s R&B, so
Yeah,
I'm always
90s,
jam with you.
Yes. So, you just have to, like, what? We want it to be difficult, but it's so easy.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep telling yourself that it's easy. Keep telling yourself that it's easy. And it's so easy to get money. And it's so easy to have money, so easy to circulate money. Man, people love me so much. They go, I was listening to this one TikToker, and she was talking about how men give her money. Like, she had created this identity that men just give her money, right? Doesn't matter who she, when she happened to be in some, I don't know if she's in a restaurant or she was at a club, whatever she was at. And, she telling the story of how she was saying these affirmations to herself. And this guy was like, can I get your number? And she was like, I only give my Venmo or my Zelle. What's your Venmo? Because I'm going to send you the money. And honey, and she said he started asking her, every time he was sending her money, he would ask her, is that enough? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I never said that it wasn't enough, but I wonder what he would do if I did say it was enough. Right? And so I was like, well, I'm not going to say men. I'm going to say people. People love to give me money. People just want to pay for things. People just want to appreciate me by sending me money. They want to Zelle it to me. They want to cash at me. When I'm in a restaurant, they want to pay for my meal. They want to pay. They want to pay for my flight. They want to pay for my travel expenses. People just love me and they just want to give me money. They just can't help not giving me money. Like, it's impossible for them not to give money to me. Like, they just want me to have their money. They just want to show appreciation. Because it's not them appreciating me, it's me appreciating me, right? Because there is no them. Like, what do you want? You cannot be afraid to claim it, to say it. You want money to come effortlessly. Who you think the money usually coming through? Another vessel? Because even if you woke up with money in the bank, right? There's a natural way it happened. There's always a natural explanation. Now, somebody may have your digit was close to another person's digit and they pushed your digit and sent $10 million into your account when the $10 million should have went in another account. And they don't even realize they made because this person got so much money, they ain't gonna miss $10 million. And now the $10 million you get to enjoy. Because bank error in your favor, collect $10 million. I mean, I don't know how the money gonna come. You just wake up and be like, oh, I just feel really lucky today. Let me go play the lottery. For some reason, I'm feeling these numbers gonna come through. I don't know where these numbers come from. They just, but I can't stop thinking about them. I keep seeing them. They just keep playing in my head. And let me go play these numbers. Cause what? Cause why not?
And you're so right that everybody is you, because I feel like, you know, when you are being loved and you're not living in fear, you start just getting randomly blessed by people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you interact with people who are a blessing to you. People will just do nice things for you. You'll have like beautiful interactions with people, and you know, your life will mirror you. Your life will show you the love you show yourself, and it'll just be kind of that mirrored effect in your just interactions with the world. So that's very true.
Yep. Because you know that your algorithm is you, right? So if something resonates with you that someone said, it's like, it's just you becoming more aware of what you're becoming aware of, right? And so it's not that, oh, I'm taking something from something. There is no one else. The people that populates on your FYP, on your YouTube shorts, or your Facebook or Instagram reels or whatever, if you are on X or if you're on Threads, you created that algorithm. And that's your world communicating to you. Are you paying attention?
Yes, and when I be in a petty mood, my algorithm be petty, Toya.
That's okay. Right. It's only wrong if you think it's wrong. Be petty. Petty Betty. Own your pettiness. Petty Betty.
But, you know, I can tell the vibe I'm in by my algorithm.
Petty Betty. You're not wrong being petty.
My algorithm petty today. Let me say.
Because I be petty. I be blocking folks now. Remember I used to say I wouldn't block nobody? Oh, I block folks now. Especially people be on Instagram and they say something crazy. You just blocked. You ain't got to see my. You don't even got to see my account no more now. If you want to go through the trouble of making another account just so you can see me, okay. But especially if I know that you're not there to, you know, I don't even got time for that. I'm just block, delete, block. You know, because sometimes the easy answer is the answer.
Absolutely.
The simplest way is the answer.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's just easy just to block a motherfucker.
Wake up blocked.
Sometimes it's easy just to block. No, block.
Before I block you though, I want to get the last word.
Oh no, I don't even give you that. I'm gonna
get the last word. I'm gonna make sure you saw it. Okay, you saw it. Nah, I'm blocking you. That's the petty side.
Yeah. Cause then, you know, my mind has expanded towards past that morality, and it's whatever I say it is. I write the laws, I write the rules. I know I can just think differently and things will change. But sometimes I don't do all that. Sometimes I just am like, nope.
Well, look, sometimes I tell you, like, I'm gonna push you out today.
I got time today. Because like this is one lady, she wanted to come and minister to me on Instagram. And so I was like, well, there's a script that says, those that be filthy, let them be filthy still. What is that to you? Follow me. And she was like, oh, but the Holy Spirit told me. And so I was like, why are you not listening to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Well, he told you that if they filthy, then just let them be filthy. You're supposed to be following him. So why you worry about what I'm doing? And she's like, because the Holy Spirit told me to minister to you, because if you don't repent, you're going to end up in a lake of fire. And I'm just like, oh. So the Holy Spirit told you to be disobedient to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Okay. if you say so. And then I was like, girl, you tickle me though. You are funny. Yeah, I love you because you really do be tickling me because she really be coming strong with her. You better repent. You're gonna end up in the lake. You better repent. God we take his breath from you. That's gonna be it. Like she be coming strong with her proselytizing. And she was like, today she's like, but I forgot to tell you, your silk press is really pretty. I was like, not my silk press is pretty, but thank you. Go ahead, Kevin. We can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
I was this is you guys are already moved past the subject about when you talk about waking up hitting the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
One of my careers at one point, I was a loan officer, and I was doing a loan for a guy who qualified for no income, no documentation loan. And I needed him to sign some documents for me in order to get the loan done. So when I met him over at his house, even though I didn't need the information, I was curious to how did he make his money? What did he do for a living? And he was asking for a substantial amount of money, probably like $60,000 or $70,000, which he qualified under the parameters of the loan. And he said he makes his money from playing the lottery.
All right.
Now, at the time, I wasn't enlightened as I am now.
Mm-hmm.
To put it politely, I still had sleep in my eyes. So that really didn't resonate or make any sense to me. Because from what I knew, and I didn't play the lottery, but I saw that it was a game of chance.
Mm.
And I said that to him. And he said, no, it's not a game of chance. I was like, okay, enlighten me. And he said, it's math. I said, okay, how so? He said, the numbers are predictable. I was like, predictable? Aren't you guessing what the numbers will be? He said, there's no guess. He said, I can look at the numbers and read the pattern.
Mm.
And I said, are you serious? No, even though you were telling me his cheat code, I didn't understand it. However, all his bills in this entire lifestyle is from playing lottery numbers. I had never, ever met anybody to ever do that or suggest that's actually a lifestyle.
I know, right? Actually, it's a guy. What's his name? He be on TikTok and he's on YouTube. He talks about like showing people how to play the lottery and win the lottery for manifestation. I forgot his name, but yeah, he talks. A young black guy. He talks about. But he look like 30s, like
Okay.
the range of 30s. Young black guy. He talks about playing a lottery and winning a lottery and using manifestation to do it. And he talks about how many times he's won and trying to get. But I remember one guy when he was telling you it's math. This guy named brother CL Freeman. He's on YouTube. He would show you, like, he would talk about the pick 3 and pick 4, and he would show you how to decipher what numbers will be played. And sometimes he will call, he was in New York, so sometimes he would call he was in Atlanta. He would call the Atlanta line or the Georgia line to find out what was the winning numbers and then try to show you how you can pick the next number. He would show you how it was all math and how it could be predictable. He was giving you the table to do that. So, I mean, it's out there if you're interested. You know,
Well, that's the
YouTube
thing, right?
University got all the information you need.
But this is probably back in the
Oh, thank you, Araya Mark. That's his name. Yeah, Mark Holton. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
this is back in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah. Robert C. Frank. Yeah, he's transitioned already. His videos are from like the 90s.
I know Neville talked about a guy that hit the lottery
Mm-hmm.
5 times, and it wasn't happenstance. He used the power of manifestation, I guess, to hit it 5 times, and he would envision him not actually picking the numbers per se. He would actually envision his reaction to hitting the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
And he would not only imagine the lady behind the counter saying that you won, he would hear the machine going off, making all the noise that he won, being interviewed. You know, now that you won, what are you going to do with the money?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he would go through every minute detail he can think of.
Yep. I mean, think about people that bet on sports and stuff, right? Because my daughter says it's a guy that she works with. She said, he spends like maybe, she said he bets everything, not just football. Because I was telling her I was betting on football or whatever. But he bets on all of the like hockey, 10, whatever you can bet, he bets. But she said he doesn't spend like large sums, but he hits really big. I think the most she said he spends maybe $50, $100, but he wins like 8,000, 10,000. Like, and he was like, yeah, I'm not worried about, how many sales I get today, because I know I just hit $5,000 yesterday, or I just hit $8,000 yesterday. So
well, yeah, I mean, I had a buddy of mine when I was a loan officer, a guy named Malcolm, that when football season comes, he kind of takes off of work, because betting on the college and professional games was his work. And he would make, I don't know, 200,000 or 300,000 during that period. And he was trying to talk me into it. And at the time, I was like, man, if I lose all my money, fooling with you. He's like, you're not going to lose it.
right.
I said, well, that's what you say. I said, you telling me you hit every single time you place a bet, you win? He said, yeah, pretty much. So he was like, give me $500 and let me bet it the way I want to bet it. I say, if you done back then, I was like, man, if you lose my $500, we gonna have a major problem.
He might have got a phone call. But yeah, I mean, people, you see people that play gamble. They they do the cards, right? They play blackjack, or they play what's the other one? What's the 5-card game? Poker, right? Yep. So
I mean, my dad, when I was a little kid, I guess I was about 10 years old, I guess. And he made me learn how to play poker. And his reasoning for that was, if I ever get into a tough spot and needed money, I could drive up to Atlantic City and get blackjack, and get a blackjack table and get the money I need to take care of what I need to take care of. And I thought it was the stupidest thing he could be ever teaching me because I wanted to be outside playing with my friends. I had a bike that needed to be ridden. I had my buddies that we were playing sports or whatever. I didn't care anything about poker. And the only way he would leave me alone is to make me learn how to play. Learn when to hit, learn how to count. I was so angry that I had to learn that. I mean, really learn it. So fast forward, I had a business trip as an adult in Las Vegas. And I went out. We were supposed to be in class a whole week. And I'm more of, I guess, a nerd, you may call. We had homework every night, and I wanted to go back to my room and do my homework. And my boss, which is also my buddy, and the other friend of mine who was also managing the office with me, they all wanted to go out and have fun. And I was like, we can't. We got to do our homework. You know, I said, look, we're in Vegas. We're going to go out and have a good time. I said, well, y'all guys enjoy yourself. I'm doing my homework. And they know you coming with us. I'm like, what? Well, anyway, long story short, I ended up hanging with them and went to some place and ran into some guys and having a good time. And I just said, well, I'm going to buy these guys. You know, the next round of drinks is on me. And everybody, oh, man, Kev, you all right? You all right? You all right? I appreciate you all right. Until the bill came. And I saw how I had no idea how much the drinks were. And when I got a bill for a couple of $100, I said, are you kidding me? I was like, this can't be for the guys just sitting right here at this table. I'm not paying for the whole bar, right? And the guy and the bartender was like, no, this is just what the one round that you wanted to buy. I like, crap. I gave him my card. I said, ugh. So I said, well, because right outside this bar was a casino. So I got up and I said, Mark, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to go. And he was like, where are you going? I said, I'm going back out here into this casino and get my money back. And Mark was like, well, give me your shirt. I said, my shirt for what? He said, because you can't lose what you don't have. I said, leave me alone. So I found a single deck blackjack table. And I remember what my dad taught me, which I thought I would never, ever use. That's why I thought it was so stupid. And I sat down and I took $20 and turned it into a chip. And I played with the $20, and then I won.
Nice.
And when I won the $20, I put $20 in my pocket and played with the house money. So if I lose all my money, the only thing I was going to lose was the house money.
Right.
This is what my thinking. And instead of going back to my room doing my homework, I was there until I think 1 o'clock in the morning. Because it never closes, right?
Right.
Yeah, and, you know, they don't look at that watch and say, hey, you know, do you need to go get some sleep?
They don't care.
They don't care. So I won about $2,500.
Nice.
And I said, okay, I'm done. And the guy was like, come on, you're hot. You're on a hot streak. You can't leave now. I said, no, you better leave while I'm hot, you know. And it's all what you believe. You get to write your own story. And the reason now that I understand, the reason I had the success, because I expected to.
Yeah. You get what you expect.
Right. I expected to, even though I didn't expect the bill to be that high for them drinks. That part. But I expected to win. And I think I've only been to Atlantic City one other time when the owner of the company I was a loan officer for decided to take the entire company to Atlantic City and gave us all gave the lower staff or the administrative staff, maybe $300 to spend at the casino, and he gave all the loan officers $1,000 to spend. So I was able to take that and parlay that into some good money. But
Nice. All right. Another yes. Beautiful. So you just gotta that money, that relationship with money. Those of you that are really looking to be, have that financial stability, that financial overflow, write a different story about money, and you have to, it's how you talk about money, right? Don't be talking about money from a negative perspective, right? So, like I've never been the one to talk negatively about money. Now I've been the type that may bargain hunt or look for deals and discounts, but I'm even moving past that mindset, right? I'm even moving past doing that. But I haven't, it's been a long while since I've, I was in my, mid to late 30s the last time I maybe had a struggle with money, and that was only as a result of my first marriage. I know prior to my first marriage and after my first marriage, money has always been gravy. It was during that marriage it wasn't so great. money found some woes in my life, but pre first and after, been gravy. It's been good. Been really good to me. We got Mr. Ronnie. Did you mean to come up, Mr. Ronnie? I see you changed your name, Mr. Ronnie ATL. Let's go.
Yes. How the panel doing? How you doing, Kevin? It's amazing what you guys are just talking about, because the reason I say that is that for the last couple of days, the casino has been on my mind and to go play blackjack. So I reached out to a friend of mine that we have visited the casino together, and I asked him when the last time he went, and all. He plays poker, and I like blackjack. So we set up to go to the casino maybe in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So it's just amazing that. Now, I listen to your live every time you come on.
Mm-hmm,
So it's just amazing. I'm listening to this live you and Kevin is talking about winning money, blackjack. And it's like, wow, did I manifest this?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's why I had to come up to say to you all, wait a minute. I've been saying, okay, I need to go to the casino and pick up me a couple $100,000. I got to talk that kind of way to myself,
Hey.
And here I am.
Hey.
Coming on Wednesday to make sure I get to you guys. Just listen, because most of the time I just stay in the background because you guys have such great stories that I have to listen, and motivation and the singing and and we're not going to even talk about the Super Bowl because I'm a football man. But here you guys are talking about winning money, blackjack, casino. I'm like, really? Seriously? So I thank you guys for that. So now I know I'm going, and I know I'm going to win. It's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Let's go. Yeah, I should have dropped a couple of stacks on that Super Bowl because I knew them Seahawks was going to win. I just knew that they were going to win. I'm like, well, I didn't drop a couple of stacks on there because I know they were trying to say any given Sunday, but I'm like, not this Sunday, because they just not that offense. Like the Patriots had never played an offense like that. Now
You mean a defense like that?
No, an offense. They had played defenses like that. The Texans were really good. The Broncos were really good, and even who was it? The Chargers. That offense, the Patriots offense in the playoffs had not scored over 20 points. The only time they got a good score was against the Texans, but that was only because their defense also scored points. CJ Stroud was horrible in that playoff. Horrible. He threw he fumbled about 3 or 4 times. He turned the ball over about, he just was horrible. But the Patriots defense had not played an offense like the Seahawks.
Okay.
The Patriots defense, they played against the Chargers offense, whose O-line is horrendous. Justin Herbert never plays good in the playoffs. Again, they played CJ Stroud. They played Jason Stidham of the Broncos.
Yes,
they didn't face anybody that could score points. I'm not saying the Patriots defense didn't play good, but when you had their team playing against a team that could play on both sides of the ball, the Patriots hadn't experienced that. When they played, they were 1-7 against really good teams.
That Seattle defense, that number 21, I don't remember his name, but they were putting the blitz on that board. Now,
here's the thing. The Patriots defense was good because why? You know that Sam Darnold probably should have threw about 2 or 3 picks, but they couldn't catch him. he put some balls where I was like, dude, if you lead your receiver, like when he threw that ball to JSN in the end zone, he threw it behind JSN. If you lead him, that's a touchdown. If he lead him, that's a touchdown. What's his name? Darnold played good enough not to lose.
Yes.
That's all they needed. They just needed, and all those other teams that the Patriots played, they just needed their quarterback to play like Darnold did, and the Patriots wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl.
Let me give you this coaching perspective from me about the Patriots. The coach of the Patriots failed to coach. And I'm going to say this to you this way.
Oh yeah.
They went in the halftime, and their quarterback had been blitzed, and he was shell shocked.
Mm-hmm.
When they came back out in the third quarter, it was okay to put him back in and let him play. As soon as the coach noticed, or should have noticed, that this guy's he's not the guy. He's young. He's never experienced what the Seahawks had put on him. At that time, to be a coach, he should have made the change with the quarterback, brought another guy in, brought the second string quarterback in. Because when you think about life, that boy on the bench, that second string quarterback, when you call him, he ready. he ready to shine.
They were not going to send him. He was the second.
Well,
he was going to relive MVP of the league. Go ahead.
Let me finish. As a coach, you should know your players. Once I see that my quarterback don't have it anymore, he doesn't have it anymore, I want to pull somebody on the bench that's dying to get in. Not shouldn't use the word dying. He is anxious to get in, and I don't know what he's going to do, but he can't do more than lose. Since we lost, a loss is a loss is a loss.
I just think the offensive coordinator coaching is supposed to make adjustments, not pull players. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. I feel like the coaching should have made adjustments, and he should have gave screens. He should have moved the pocket. He dropped May back and was hoping just to do scrambles as opposed to run design plays for him to run, do some screens, slow that pass rush up. But he did not do that. He made Drake May play like he was Tom Brady. I know Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator for 7 of those 10 times the Patriots went to the playoffs. And he thought that he had Tom Brady back there. You didn't have Tom Brady back there. You didn't have these people running slants. You didn't do anything to help your young player. You dropped him back and said, hey, go for what you know. Hopefully you don't have great receivers. You know that your running game wasn't doing anything. You didn't do any zone. You didn't do any option plays. You didn't do anything but drop this young boy back and then gonna say you gonna pull him because you came with a bad offensive plan? You gonna pull him? How about you pull you? How about you change some of them plays? How about you script something different for your young player? How about that?
I won't disagree with that analogy, but at the same time, as a coach, you should be able to look in your player eye and know whether he still has the heart or not. As a coach, because I've been with you for a couple of weeks now, so I should know when I look in your eyes whether you have it or not. If you didn't have it in the first 2 quarters, right? And I send you back there in the third
Wrong,
quarter,
because it was not. He didn't have the heart. The plays weren't good. It was the plays, not the player. It was the plays.
Okay.
You didn't slow that defense up. You did not change anything. You did the same exact thing you did in the first and second quarter. Like, why we got to put it on the player? Why you not putting it on the coach and you putting it on the player? Why isn't the coaching getting any type of taking any responsibility for the plays that he called? Why are you only saying that Drake May wasn't ready?
No.
He was ready. He was ready.
Actually,
That the Seahawks defense wasn't there.
I'm actually agreeing with you by me saying the coach didn't pull it. I'm agreeing with you. It's a coaching issue. Now, you look at it from changing the offense play calling. That's still coaching. So we both on the same page of saying it was a coaching issue.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. I just feel that sometimes as a coach, I look at my player eye, and if he doesn't have that gleam that we normally see in each other, then I want to get that guy off the bench, because the guy off the bench, he is motivated. He can't wait to get in. This is his life. He gonna play out his.
So the player that played every single down, played every game, all 18 games, you go pull him? Man, you gonna mess some young folks up, because so this person, he was second in the MVP to Stafford.
Let's
and you're gonna, we're not talking about CJ Stroud, who they were losing because of. They were not losing because of Drake May.
I thought
he was not the reason they were losing. They were losing because the two offensive, the right guard and left guard, couldn't block. They had two rookies on his left side, and they did nothing to slow up that pass rush. Dobbs would have got back there, and it would have been the same thing. Dobbs, it's a reason why he's a backup and he's not starting in the NFL. It's a reason why he's a backup. The only reason you're going to bring Dobbs in is if Drake May gets knocked out of the game. You're not pulling Drake May because things ain't going your way. That's not how you're supposed to operate a team. That's not good for morale. That's not good for, like,
I'm not looking for,
because here's the thing. I don't know what Dobbs is going to do different than Drake May when because if he was such a great player, he wouldn't be a backup. If he could be pulled in the Super Bowl and be replaced by Dobbs, then Dobbs would actually have been starting somewhere else.
No. I'm trying to win. I'm not looking at all that way. All of what you said is true and it's factual. I'm not looking at that. I came to win. Right now, 3 quarters, and you're not producing, you got to go. Because I came to win. I came to win.
I think they knew that Dobbs had got in there and it wouldn't have been no different. I don't think Dobbs would have made it, which is probably why they didn't put him in there.
I don't know that. See, that is the part that we don't know, because we know one thing: we had 3 bad quarters with Drake. We know that, and I came to win. If I bust your bubble, that's too bad. You should have did something on your own. You got to be fantastic. And we're in the Super Bowl. It's called Super Bowl. What can you do super now? Out of 3 quarters, you did nothing super.
You know that game is entertainment. That so little scripting going on.
Yeah, you're right.
They like somebody said. They said they like the WWE You know, we did
Yeah,
this for
yeah, yeah.
entertainment purposes. But go ahead,
Yeah.
the Toxie want to say something.
I just wanted to say this. The Patriots are a sham organization run by terrible people who deserve to lose, and they are the worst. That's all I had to say.
Dang, she don't even like the organization. They
Oh,
are
no.
they are some they some cheaters, but they say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's
And I
they
just
said
know
if you're
people
not
who work
cheating,
for
you're
the-
not
I
trying.
know people personally
That-
who work for the Patriots.
Really?
No,
That particular person I know is a decent person, but the organization as a whole is a terrible organization run
Really?
by terrible people. Yes.
That's what you said, the person that works
I
for him?
No, he didn't say that. No.
Oh, you just saying that.
I'm saying that. I'm saying
Oh. You said there are terrible
I don't-
people when
you know, I've been coaching for a long time, and I have that same philosophy that you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Now, with that being said, I said we come to practice, and we practice hard, and we want to show the team that we're the best team. You know, we get out there with a team that is just equal as we are, and we got to pull some stunts, and I don't care which one they are, because we only came for one reason out here. We only came for one reason, and that reason was to win. Now, how we win, that's a whole nother story. But we're gonna win, and I always want my team to know we're gonna win. We're not playing for fun. We're playing to win.
All things are fair in love and war, huh?
Hello. And that's when I said, and coming up with that with the coaching situation. I'm sorry, Drake, you ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. I don't care nothing about my offense line. You know they weak. You know they weak. Now you got to play. You got to make the decision how we're gonna do it with this weak line. You can't sit back there and cry and throw passes that ain't getting nowhere. You can't do that. If that's what you're gonna do, I need somebody else to do that. I can't worry about your ego. We came to the Super Bowl for one reason. That was to win, not to see how good you were, but to win.
Yeah.
And I'm in charge. And
Yeah.
I'm in charge. I got to let the team know I'm in charge. And when I make a decision, I'm making the decision.
They get to
to
crying their
win.
milk at
I'm
home.
not-
They get to crying their milk at home.
Yeah.
Too bad. So sad. I don't feel sorry for the
Right.
Patriots. I don't feel sorry. I didn't want them to
No,
win.
no.
I'm
No.
glad they lost. I'm glad whatever you're saying that they needed to do in order to win didn't happen because I don't care. I didn't want them to win. I'm glad they
got you.
didn't win.
I-
I'm glad they lost.
I love the well, you know the Falcons wasn't there, so I love the first half because it was a defense struggle. I love that football game in the first half, but then after that it was downhill.
Yeah. A lot of people thought it was boring. I was like, that's because you don't like football.
No. Yeah,
People that thought it was
that
boring
that-
don't like football. I didn't think
No.
it was boring. Like you said, it was a good defense.
I-
I like to see good defenses too.
Yes.
Yeah. People just want to
Yes.
see just want to see a whole bunch of touchdowns. They like, oh, look at that catch. Oh, look how he
That's
you
right.
know.
Yeah, that defense line not doing their job. You letting them boys catch that ball back there.
Yeah.
And that Seahawk, that number 21, I don't know his name, but the most valuable player, what was his name? That guy got in there on the quarterback. He got in on him.
No, he wasn't. The running back was
And he got in his head.
No. The running back was the MVP.
Oh, yeah, the
not
running back was-
not
yeah,
the
the
defense.
running back.
I think the defense should have won MVP, but the running back won MVP.
Oh, that boy
And I
was
think
running,
number
wasn't
21 was Witherspoon. I can't remember the running back, but the running back won.
he? Walker,
MVP.
Walker wasn't he?
Walker,
What's his
yep.
name, Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. But I know the folks probably like, this sports talk. We gonna have to set aside a day for the sports talk.
I'm gonna say this, and then we'll get off the sports. I'm gonna say this about Walker, and this is gonna make you smile. He was running very similar to Walter Payton.
Okay.
You remember Walter? You remember Walter Payton for the Chicago Bears?
I mean, I didn't watch the Bears during, I started watching the Bears in '86. So he
Okay.
was at the end of his career by then, right? Yeah.
See, I can go all the way back. I can go all the way back to Chicago.
I mean, I know of Walter. I don't know his running style. I don't.
Yeah, okay. All right, y'all can carry on. Listen to me.
Listen, I can talk about football all day. I can talk about football all day, but you know,
No.
we didn't come in. This is not sports talk radio, right? This is not.
Right.
This is not
If you
football
notice,
talk.
every time-
This is not pro football
If you
focus.
If you notice, every time I come up, I throw you into that football mode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be better.
Unless it has something to do with manifestation, if we could tie it into manifestation, and I think you can because the Seahawks manifested that. So they manifested it. They have tape of McDonald taking his team on a visual journey to the Super Bowl. I think he ended with the NFC Championship, and he was saying that they were going to win the NFC Championship, which of course they automatically go to the Super Bowl. But he took them on a journey and told them, you know, hey, we're in the NFC Championship, we're in our stadium, we know we worked hard, we're in, you know, we're used to this weather. The people that come, the other team, they're not used to this weather, and they're used to this crowd, they're not used to this, and we're gonna, you know, and he painted a picture for them, and they stayed true to that. And I'm not saying other teams don't do that, but maybe some teams don't stay on script. Maybe some teams can't paint the picture. Maybe they don't get their team to buy in. Maybe they don't, whatever, for whatever reason. But hey, everything had to work out for them to be there based on the things that he manifested. You know, like they say, Tom Brady, he won so many Super Bowls because his wife said she was a witch. She said, if you go and Google Gisele, what's her name? What's her last name? Gisele
Bunchen.
Look at, I know you don't. They ain't together no more, Latasha. But if you go Google her, if you go find her on YouTube in her interviews, she talks about manifestation. She talks about how she was the one that told him how to manifest, and that I mean, of course, she's going to say that she's the reason why he won. So I don't, you know, if he was, here's the thing, if he was tapping into that mind, that way of thinking, then of course, yes, it's the reason why they went 10 times in 20 years. He went, you know what, he went. Yeah, they went 10 times in his career with them, and he was with them for like 20 years. And they won 7 out of the 10 times. So, you know, there's some, you know, because even though the NFL may be scripted and all that, you know, there's one thing that trumps anything else somebody is doing, and that's the power of belief. Belief trumps everything else. The law trumps everything else. Trumps all of the manipulating and trying to get this to happen and trying to get that to happen and working behind the scenes. The law trumps all.
Can I use a non-Patriots related football instance? IU Cougars. Their coach has been from the very first of all. Sorry, my voice is a little dry. So I'm from Indiana. My entire life, and as far as I've ever known, IU has always had a terrible, horrible, no good football team. They have never won anything. They're the worst. They were the worst. The absolute worst. One of the worst in the Big Ten. Definitely the worst in the Big Ten. Anyway, long story short, when this new coach came along, and he's been at other places, and some other places he hasn't had winning records. But when he came to IU, they were playing against, I think it was Ohio State. I can't remember which team. But anyway, they were interviewing him, and he was like saying, they were like, oh, well, IU's never won in the stadium, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, this team has never played here. This team has never played in this stadium. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Basically is what he was trying to get at. Like, I don't know what y'all even talking about, because this team has never played in this stadium. Okay. I don't know. It gave me chills.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a real IU fan. I didn't go to Big Ten school. But anyway, he kept the whole mindset throughout the whole process, the whole season. and of course ended up winning the national championship first in their school history.
Yeah.
With a crazy extreme winning record. And this whole time, like, he's been doing interviews, and he's just like, they're like, "What's your secret?" And he's like, "I win." What's your secret?
I win. Oh,
it was his mentality that kept him focused on the school that had literally had the worst record, or one of the worst records in football, in college football, to being national championships in one season. So I think, like,
I love that. I win. That's what y'all think, right? I win. Like, what's your secret? What's your secret? How you do this? I win.
Period.
That's a great belief.
I love that, Latoxi.
Thank you. You know how to take it off of Tom Brady, because I hate that man.
I mean, I don't hate him, because I'm like, you can learn from any, because he had the winning mentality, right? He doesn't play football anymore, so I can stomach him now. But I was like, what is that? What does that say to not like somebody that was always winning?
Yeah, my team.
He was definitely a winner, right?
Yeah, because we were just because the Colts and the Patriots were somewhat rivals.
Right.
So
But he,
So I just have that thing against him.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up becoming a Mahomes fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like, they just, for whatever reason, didn't want him to win against Tom Brady. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, that was right.
What we doing?
I'm a Mahomes fan, but I definitely wanted him to win against Tom
Like,
Brady.
what we doing? Like, he never won against Tom Brady. Like, what?
Yeah, and then when Jalen Hurts came around, I'm like, I definitely want Hurts to win against Mahomes. So it just be whoever.
Oh, then I didn't care. I was like, it was a win-win.
No, I like
It was a win.
Eagles.
It was a win-win. It was a win-win. I was here for it.
For some reason. I don't know why.
But they were the cause of our double doink in 2018. We lost to the Eagles. They thought we was going to the playoffs that year. Because they was like, man, if we had to just, hit that field goal, we end up losing to Foles again. Foles came through in that playoffs of 2018. But yeah. You can, I'm glad that Latoxi tied in manifestation, right? Because if we're going to talk sports, we got to talk about the manifesting part of it, right? Understanding that you have to see yourself being, doing, having the thing you want. And regardless of never having done it, like she said, IU they never had winning football. They never had it. They could never do anything with Ohio State, Michigan. They could never do anything. And then they win the national championship. And, I saw when they were in the playoffs, I didn't watch the national championship, but I was in Wisconsin the night before the Bears played. They had that whoever they played in the playoffs. And everybody was about, oh, he's so serious. He never smiles. He always got some kind of, stoic type face. And he, and so it was like, they was smashing whoever they played. They smashed them. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm not really into college football. So, I used to back in the day watch the Rose Bowl, but that's been years and years ago. I don't watch college ball. Only NFL. Only NFL. I only like NFL.
Yeah, same. I'm not a college football fan either.
Yeah. So go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead, Mr. Ronnie. Go ahead.
We're all on the same page. I'm not a college football fan anymore. It was sad that when I was very young, I was glued to the TV, but now it's a thing of the past.
Yep. No more.
That's it.
Oh, okay. But we'll end the night on that note. This is how you've decided on what you want when there's no other option. If you're still thinking, well, what if it doesn't happen? Then you know that you have made a decision. That you're still up in the air. That you're still thinking of the possibility of it's not happening. Then that means you haven't decided. Because when you've decided, there is no other option. There's no other option. There's only one choice. There's only one way. Go ahead, Mr. Ronnie.
I like that. See, that comes right up come under my head in the winning. we're not looking at losing. We're only looking at winning.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
No other choice.
There's no other options. No other options. You just only have one. It's this or nothing. It's all or nothing. All or nothing. And there's no such thing as nothing. It's only this. It's all. It's only all. It's only the desire. It's only the end. It's only I have. It's only I have. That's it. That's it. That's all there is. It's only this. This is all there is, and there's nothing else. No other options. That's how you know that you are single, have singleness of purpose, that you have tunnel vision. And you're not going to be trying to, the how and the when is not even going to come into your mind. Because you know that doesn't even matter. Because you say so, you had start. What do you expect? Because you get what you expect. What do you expect? Oh, I expect it's going to be hard. And guess what? It's going to be hard. I think I'm going to have to sacrifice. Then you're going to have to sacrifice. You get what you expect. I suggest start saying it's light and easy. It's fun. It's a great time. Wonders never cease. I was amazed. I was delighted. I would have never thought of that. Oh my goodness, the way I just had never. When you're telling your story, it happened so naturally. It was so simple, and I couldn't have thought of that in 1,000 years. I would have never thought that that's the way it would have happened. Live in the end. Now that I am this. Just decide, and don't be in a rush to make it so, right? So like, you decide whatever. You decide, oh, I think, because I make money or I have money or money is effortlessly because money in my bank accounts are overflowing. I got investment accounts, savings, IRAs, Roths, all that. I got all those things going on. And I think, I dress this way. That doesn't mean tomorrow you have to start dressing that way. You just put it out there that you dress that way. Because here's the thing. You want life to be effortless. You don't have to force a thing. And when you put it out there, remember how I told you guys that every day I get up to dress now? Because 9 times out of 10, if I wasn't going nowhere, I didn't really try to get all... I would just be like, oh, I ain't going anywhere. I just put on some sweats, put on some whatever. And then I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. It wasn't an instant thing, right? It was a few days of me. I put it out there. I didn't try to force it because I wanted it to be, I don't want to be, I got to put clothes on. Oh, I said that's what I was going to do. So now I got to do. No, it's so effortless because it's who I am now. And so I'm like, yes, I dress for me. I don't need to go anywhere to wear my clothes. I bought them. So I'm gonna put them on. And then I got my little thing with my outfit of the day for TikTok, and I got my little engine. I'm like, oh, I like that. Okay, that's how I can do all my OTDs. I can stand to I realized that TikTok lets you do a countdown before you start your video. I didn't always notice that. I don't know how long they've already had that. I don't know if they always had a timer on there, but when I noticed, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. That's what, and so you just start ideas and stuff just start flowing to you effortlessly. I was watching, I be on TikTok, and so this one girl, she said that she used to be a therapist, and so she's telling you about some of their modalities, right? And she was saying what she noticed from being a psychologist, that there were 3 different ways to bring about your desire. And she was saying that you can imagine it, you could speak it, and then she said the action of it. And so she was talking about money and how money was a big deal for her. And when she would say it and imagine it, it still felt uneasy. So she said, well, what she could do, she could act it out. And so this is what she said. So this is something I didn't agree with. I'm just gonna tell you, but this is how she's coming from, the doing it before being it, right? So what did she do? She worked more. She worked more so she could have more money. So that gave her, in her mind, a sense of stability with having money. And so the reason why I didn't like that is because I don't have to make myself believe I have to work more in order to have more money. That ain't what I'm trying to do. Of course, we could go work 2 and 3 jobs to have more money. That isn't going to make me feel good about the ease and flow of money. That's going to make me think I got to work for money. I don't want to put in my mind that I got to work extra in order to have extra. That's not the reconditioning of my mind around money I want to do. Is it wrong? No, of course it's not. I'm just saying that's the thing I didn't like. I'm like, oh, you in order for you to get comfortable with money, you had to do more to have it. You had to take on an extra job. You had to work more. I want to work less and have more, not work more to get more. I want to do as least as possible and collect more and have more come into my experience. But she's coming from the world's perspective, right? And the world is always going to say, do more to get more. They're always going to say, grind and get 2, 3 jobs, right? They always going to tell you, do more, do more, do more. That's a way. And a lot of people that end up working 2 or 3 jobs, they don't be having a whole lot of money. A lot of people, or they stressed out, or they tired, or they really don't enjoy it. They won't take no vacations. Like, I know people that like, man, I got 2 months vacation. I ain't took a vacation in 5 years. And you haven't taken a vacation in 5 years. What we doing? How you working just building up vacation time and ain't never taking it? I know that's right, Ray all day. Thank you, Ray all day. Yes. So, but to each his own. I mean, if you feel like in order for you to get comfortable with making money, you feel like you have to work more just so you could say that that's going to help you, stabilize you when it comes to money. To me, it just conditions you to think that you have to work more in order to get more. I want to condition myself that money comes effortlessly, that I don't have to work for money. Like, I want to condition myself to, I don't have to work for money. I don't have to do anything. That money just comes because I could just be sitting here and money just, like I'm just being me and money shows up. That's the mindset I want to that I'm just sitting here. As I sleep, money just trickling down into my account. Ting, ting, ting. I'm getting, emails from Gumroad. I'm getting emails from PayPal. I'm getting emails from Cash App saying, you got such and such amount of money in your such and such. Somebody sent you this, such and such. You have received a Zelle from this. You have received a Cash App from this. Today is payday. Gumroad telling me, oh, today payday. TikTok telling me payday. YouTube telling me payday. That's what I want to. And I ain't doing nothing but what I've been doing. That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy. But, before we close, I'll let Kevin, Mr. Ronnie, Lataxi, if you guys have anything further to say before I close the live.
I enjoyed you as always.
Thank you. Appreciate you. We enjoy you as well every time you come up as well too, Mr. Ronnie. You Latoxic?
Honestly, I'm gonna work on my own manifesting consciously. Like, I know I have things on my boards and things like that. I have a whiteboard. Mr. knows I have a whiteboard. And I think what I've been mentally thinking is like, it's so much easier for me to say, wouldn't it be nice if things come in for me? Because I'm just thinking like, out of the blue, not really focusing on those things. And so I've mentally been saying to myself that consciously manifesting is more difficult than that. And therefore, those things come super easily to me. So mentally, I'm going to focus on actually consciously manifesting is just as easy as me saying, wouldn't it be nice if? So
Love that.
yeah, just wanted to say that.
Love that. Yes, Ray. Play that lottery. Yes, yes. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I don't know if Kevin's still there. Oh, there he is. Hey, Kev. Go ahead.
No, I mean, once you tap into knowing that nothing is out of bounds, you are your own genie in a bottle. And it ain't 3 wishes, it's unlimited.
Yeah, say that.
I mean, literally, every time you ask yourself, it'll always be, your wish is my command. It'll always be. It'll never have to be, well, God, if it be your will.
Ooh, say that. Woo! That's the biggest roadblock.
Isn't it?
You gotta be sitting there wondering, is God gonna give it to me? And if I've been good enough, and maybe because I slept with that woman last night, or maybe because I told that story last night, or always looking for a reason why you can't have it.
Right. Well, the reason I didn't get it because it's not meant for me.
It's all meant for you.
Really? You're an unlimited being, and something is out of your reach. When you are literally everything, and everything is you.
Oof.
That's the song. It predates you. It's called by the Stylistics. Anyway.
I've heard of them. I'm sure I probably heard of that song
it's more
too.
my area than it is yours. I know Ronnie know what I'm talking about. But
most definitely.
There you go. I knew I'd get somebody to help me out. But we are limitless, unlimited beings. And we need to remember that's who we are. We're playing. We're at a huge advantage being in this 3D world. It's not even close. That's why there's so many things pulling at your attention to distract or get you not to know who you are. Because once you realize that you're unstoppable, I like to tell the story of the baby elephant that was captured, and they put a chain around one of the baby elephant's foot. And they took this chain and then put a stake in it and nailed the stake into the ground. And the baby elephant who was captured will pull and yank and pull and pull and yank until it grew weary and stopped pulling that day and would start up again the next day, pulling and pulling, trying to break free. They never put the baby elephant in the cage. They just put the stake in the ground. So eventually, the elephant gave up, and there's no need to try to pull the stake out of the ground because it knew it was futile. So as that elephant grew, it kept the stake in the ground, but it changed the ankle bracelet to fit the elephant. To the point, if the elephant had only remembered that he's an elephant, he's a full-grown elephant, and he could snatch that stake out of the ground at any time. And that will reveal his full power of who he is. And because of that, he will be set free.
Free.
That's why they get your mind while you're a baby or an infant.
Yeah.
To try to convince you you're not who you are. And now you've gone through life thinking you can't pull the stake out the ground.
Mm.
But you can. And the reason they put the stake in the ground anyway is because they feared the elephant. They fear you. They fear you and what you can do, and they should. They have every right to fear you. Matter of fact, they know who you are before you realize who you are, which is why they fear you. Just remember who you are.
Mm.
That's all.
Mm.
Be the elephant you were born to be.
Mm.
I land my plane.
Beautiful. That's it. Just remember who you are. Just remember who do you say that I am?
Can we get a good night song?
Oh, they just come. If it don't come, then I don't be trying to force the song. You know, they kind of just come up. If one don't come up.
I'm not looking for an excuse. I'm looking for a song.
I don't know. I can't think of what. You got one?
No, I hadn't manifest one yet.
Oh.
Sing the stylistic. You are everything, and everything is you.
You are everything.
That's it, right there.
Everything. I
That's
told
it.
you I knew it. You are everything. That's it. And everything is you. So they be telling us, boy. The world has been telling us the whole time. So come back Saturday. We'll be going over Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness, chapters 15, 16, 17, and 18. Ooh, they're very, very short. I mean, I'm surprised he cut this book up so much. Those chapters are so tiny. But they are packed with power. They are packed with reminding us of the power of our awareness, that everything lies in our assumption, which is our expectation, which is our belief, which is our decision, which is our knowing. You can say it in all those many different ways. You're still saying the same thing. You're the cause. All things begin and end with you. And you just have to do like Kevin said, remember who you are. You are the giant. You are the power. All imprisonment is self-imprisonment. Free yourself. Free your mind. And the rest will follow. When you free your mind, everything falls into place. Everything. When you expand, when you allow yourself to see yourself as being that which you already desire. You're already it, which is why you're desiring. Everything you're wanting to have is already yours. That's the only reason why it came to mind. That's the only reason why it entered your consciousness, is because it's something you are meant to have. It's something that's already there. It's not like Kevin reminded us in Neville Goddard's book. You're not trying to bring that over here. The here is already there. It's already here. Just gotta take the blinders off. Take the blinders off. As Kevin said, get the sleep out your eyes. As Paul says, let the scales fall.
Now I see. I used to say, now I see, said the blind man as he turned on the light.
Yep.
So we just need to turn on the light.
Turn on the lights. Turn off the lights. And light a candle.
Light a candle. I know that one.
See, I don't just sing 2010s. See. Let me stop. All right, guys. Catch you guys Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Man, we here to go up. We're already there. We're not even trying to get to any place. We already have all things. We have to stop saying we're trying to get and understand we already have. It's yours now. You're not trying to figure out how to be it, how to get it. Understanding that you're already it. We already have all that we need. Stop saying I already have everything. I already have everything. I already have everything. I already have everything. You have, like Cat Williams say, I already have everything that I need or want. And if I don't have it, it's not that I can't get it. It's just I just simply don't have it. But it's nothing that you don't already have. You already possess all things. For God, who richly gives you all things to enjoy. Some things, most things, many things. No, all things. For God, and then I like how Murphy would say it, God who richly gives you all things to enjoy. What are you, poor? You're not. You just think that you are, but you're not. You are the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You're sitting on the oil field or whatever, you're sitting on the pot of gold. You are the goose that laid the golden egg. You are it. All right, guys. Catch you next time. Have a great week. Bye-bye.